are live.
Yes, we're
We
live.
are. Haha! Hello, everybody.
That's so cool, Claire.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, I decided to pop it up anyway because why not? And
I can't currently see things myself. It'll give it a second.
It is up.
On
And
YouTube
of
or on
course I get
Twitch?
6,000 notifications just as we go live.
Because I'm on Twitch and I've got nothing at the moment.
On Twitch.
I've got nothing at the moment. Oh, wait.
I've got Wi-Fi.
why is that not updating?
Oh,
Looks so good, especially with the static when the camera's out there.
I had it looking nice for a moment, and then my Wi-Fi
wow.
went bad, and now it's in like 144p, which is
Nice.
nice. Peak.
Do I need to lift my camera up a bit? Because I'm kind of...
You are kind of being beheaded.
Beheaded. Right, I'm going to do this. Apologies.
Can you go to a more suitable colour for my character?
If I lean back, it's fine, but...
I can fix you.
Yeah, just a bit... I just don't like having a bit off the top.
It's hard to not have a little bit off the top.
Yeah, that's fine, honestly.
There, we'll go with
I
that.
do appreciate it. This is my usual sitting position for this one. If not, it's over here or here, so...
Hi, everybody. Welcome to session 0. We are awaiting further people to show up. They will be showing up in the next half an hour to an hour because they're at work today.
Yeah.
Which is fair. So yeah. So, welcome to Blasted to the Badlands. Character creation. Which, well, we'll start with character creation because yeah, it makes it easier. But to give everybody else, in case they haven't a full idea of what they're coming in for,
Get ready for madness.
this is going to be
This
hectic.
is Sparta.
This is going to be a short but very hectic campaign. Well, I say short. A couple of months isn't that short. It's short enough. You know. Pretty much, the party are from they're from a galactic empire. I would say empire. Galactic Commonwealth, known as the United Kingdom's Commonwealth. Who's basically their credo, their tagline is God Save the Monarchs. Because there are multiple. And this is in space. So yeah. So what happened in this setting is in 2041, 2040-ish, a wormhole was found near Saturn. And every single country on Earth went, oh boy, there's stuff on the other side of that wormhole, let me get a piece of that. And sent out colony ships. That was a temporary wormhole. So a lot of these planets, people went out, but had no way of getting back. At least for a while. They encountered other alien species, and made new colony worlds, made lots of new friends, brought in lots of new sort of stuff. That's better. And as a result, hundreds of years later, there is multiple human empires and galaxy spanning sort of civilizations everywhere. So yeah, that's the basic gist of it. The party themselves are the crew, for the most part, of a cargo freighter. Not a very big ship, quite a small one, but they just so happen to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Exactly how this resolves will be covered in episode 1, but the party wakes up somewhere that they don't know. Their their ship is like in tatters and elsewhere. What has essentially happened is there are multiple forms of faster than light travel in the setting. The most common one is a fold drive, which, as the name suggests, is about fold. It folds parts of space onto each other. It allows instantaneous travel. They require a specific set of like sort of gravitational readings and sort of a certain set of atmospheric conditions to be required. So each highly populated system will generally cultivate their own fold point. That's entrance point for people coming in and out of the system. Between fold points, there are low-level warp engines, which obviously is like close to faster than light travel, but not quite. But it's used for short distance. The main other type is called star jamming. This is only done by a certain group of people called the Nomads. I can't remember the specifics. Well, I have never been told the specifics of how somebody figured out they could do this. Considering what it is, that was a big old risk they took. Because it involves jamming your planet towards a sun. And weird psychic phenomenon involving like actually equating to like what you're doing, and the faith that you can do it results in you transporting from one solar body to another. It's a really dumb thing. Some people would like literally just go mad watching a ship, diving into the sun, but it can be done. What has happened to the ship is that it has been star jammed by somebody running the law. So somebody getting the hell out of Dodge. They were asleep at the time and got woken up by the star jam because their ship had never done it before, so therefore like the shields hadn't been really, there's no frequency on the shields to handle it. This guy was winging it and managed it. What has happened is a bit weirder, but I won't get into details of like what has happened since, because we are missing 2 players, because I don't want to, we should go over that when they're here too. But for now, we're going to actually create the characters. A few of you have ideas on characters already, and now we're going to go through and figure out how to stat each of those, because we can. So yeah, welcome back.
Hey.
Welcome back, everybody, to like a new session. So yeah,
For your TARDIS.
Technically, the music's not too loud for you guys, is it?
Good
For
voting
me,
for
it's
me.
fine.
Cool.
It's very quiet, so I'll put the volume down.
I did the same. If the volume is a bit off, please people in chat let us know. Anytime I put in a new like music thing, it kind of like messes with stuff anyway. So okay. So we're going to start with the actual stats of the characters.
Ahoy, hoy.
Well, come on.
Yo.
Hello. You'll need to give me a second. I'm going to need to. Damn it! You come in and you mess up my cameras already.
I know, right?
I thought of a last name for her.
My apologies, stream. The cameras are.
Teleported to the past.
Did someone star jam again?
Not quite.
The Beneath the Iron Heel universe for a split second.
Hey, I'm Ethan.
I had to grab it.
Upgrade.
I had to grab the cameras from there because that's obviously the most up to date. Don't worry, I'll move you back to your spot.
Just realised there's a whole second part of this document.
Oh, the character sheet?
Yeah, this is for the psychic sheet.
You may not.
That's a restaurant. That's a reference.
Unless you're specifically taking psionics, you don't need to worry about that.
Don't even know what those are.
Exactly. A lot of people would have them. You need to specifically choose to have them.
Mm-hmm.
Which...
Nice. Psychic abilities.
Yep.
I'm not touching those with a 10-foot barge pole.
Smart.
Which I'm taking from Oliver right now, just to make sure I don't.
Fair.
The dog
right.
has those.
So, I need each of you to roll me a d10 to begin with. The stat points that are written into the Google Doc, disregard that. The ones that are on the spreadsheet are the numbers I'm using.
Oh, you mean in the game, in the app?
7.
No, that's right. No, you did it right there. Don't worry, that's fine.
No, I kind of...
I just rolled it.
I reached to the dice bag and was like,
Nice.
No, that's fine. If you want to roll it there, roll it there. If you want to roll it in person, roll it in person.
I will... which one's the D10? The percentile, isn't it?
You've already rolled a 10, don't you dare.
I haven't, though.
8.
Oh no, was that Oracle rolled a 10?
sure.
Yeah.
Holy crap, so it
Yeah.
was. Nice.
Nobody can read.
I can see part of it. You see what
I'll
I see
roll
on
it
the screen.
again.
Actually, we'll do that.
90.
So you got a 9 then? Cool. If you have the game sheet open, you notice it says character points. It says 40 plus 1d10. Obviously you've rolled your d10, add that to it.
Wait, where's this?
The, third line.
Okay, so just replace that, so...
Make sure my camera's recorrected. Yeah.
As you can
Oh, it's
see,
like a point by?
1 for 1.
Quick question. How do you edit on the character sheet here?
Make a copy.
You need to make a copy.
Ah, sweet. Where is that at?
File.
File.
Thank you. Make a copy. There we go.
Yeah. So, character points. Oh, Martin, you guys are actually... your original character concept, are you still planning on going with that?
Yes.
Right. You'll need to come up with an interesting reason as to why you're on why you're a crew on a cargo freighter.
The reason being it is in Her Majesty's best interests.
Nice.
That is it.
I like it.
Secret Service.
Perfect.
Yep.
The ideas, the normal ideas of a 40k commissar is not a normal thing for the UKC.
Yep.
The Terran, there's a group called the Terran Alliance and the Imperium. That's more common there because they are pretty much the Space Marine analogy.
Excellent.
But you're not one of those. You would have to be from the UKC to actually be operating here. So yes,
Okay.
your character points. This as a system runs under adding your stat plus your skill and rolling under. So
Fully one.
Yes.
similar, except not percentile. We'll don't worry about that. As you have rolled your d10s, you just know what your character points are. Below, down in the skill section, where it says skill points,
Yeah.
each certain skills are based on certain stats. They're listed.
Where?
They're listed there.
Oh God.
No, don't worry about it. There are a lot of skills. That's on purpose. However, certain skills are listed against certain stats. That's the bit that is important. So say, if you're an engineer, you would have a very high craft stat. At least for the physical engineering part, like the creating. Because engineering is a skill on the craft section.
Yeah, I see it.
There are 5 different types of engineering, so whichever ones of those you specialize in, it depends on your skill points. But we're not spending skill points, we're spending character points. Your luck stat, you have luck points beneath. If you spend 3 luck points, you get a reroll.
Okay, so what are we doing? We just have, it's basically point buy with your character points?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm very concerned because I don't know what any of this.
Right. Int is intelligence, reef is reflex, craft, will, constitution, strength, luck, and do they call it psi? Does he call it psi? Psyche.
Yeah.
It's like
I
psyche.
don't know what's good here for me.
Craft.
Craft is good, but how do I spread this out?
Intelligence is also good. Well, as I've listed there, 5 is human average.
So,
Luck, you're better making luck a multiple of 3.
5, 6, 7, there's 8 there. So I could do 5 in everything for an average.
5 on everything is spending 40 points,
Yeah.
which gives you 9 more, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I found when the original directions for character creation is 50 plus 1d10. I found those too high.
What I might do is I might start with everything in 5 and go from there.
Okay.
Because then I'll take some off some and 10 is the max you can have, right?
Yep.
Alright. So
The minimum is 2.
I'll take 2 off that. That leaves me with 11.
There are
From you up to
there
10.
are there are stats underneath those character stats. They will update automatically because those are based on other stats. Like
Sweet.
run is based off your strength and your reflex. Carry is based off of what is it? Strength
Actually, lower
and
that to that.
strength and will.
That.
And your save is based off of will and constitution. But it also
That's-
affects your damage and stuff as well further down, which will also update.
If I move that up to there, that leaves me with 3 points. So what's will and guess what I do?
What's up?
Okay,
So
I'm just looking what these are.
do any of you need
Intelligence.
like any explanation of something to help here?
Oh, it's good. I just put like craft and size, like 1, 2. Like, I don't get this.
They need to be both 2 minimum.
2 minimum.
So I've got 3 left. If I put
You min-maxing.
No, just
I've
put
got
like
3
I was
left
like,
at the moment, so if I put 1 into you
I don't need to make anything.
and
True that you may not need to make it,
2 into you.
but it's also knowledge. Like, if I ask for an engineering roll to figure out how something was made,
How's this made? Here's to running some electricity.
Can I just send you and see what you think?
Mhm.
Okay. Let me just get this down for you. Because obviously hers are quite good, actually.
that's okay.
My brain cannot do math, so I'm getting a calculator
I
out. to
also
make
just
sure
need
I-
a calc,
Yeah.
just to make sure that I have got.
That's okay. I'll give a second run over if needs be as well.
Okay, I've got 3 more points.
And the little human shape thing is like, this has location based armor,
Yeah.
and like location based hits as well.
Oh,
So-
great. Fallout.
Oh yeah. But you'll come across enemies that may not have any armor on their head.
Is there anything there you would suggest? Possibly.
Let me have a look.
I suggest you walk softly and carry a big gun.
Yeah. That seems pretty good. Yeah.
I'll just make sure it adds up.
Put that to...
Plus 5. Yeah.
Yep, 49.
Although,
Okay.
what's PSY? That is... Okay, it's got singing in it. She needs to be semi-decent at that.
It's singing.
Yeah.
It's also like convincing people. It's your charisma stat.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
she needs
great.
some of that. She needs
Sigh.
some of that.
Psi is your charisma stat, but will also crosses over into some of it too. It just depends which part you need.
I like that.
It's a it is a different system.
Yeah, I think I did the right thing. Just to put all this 5. Then what is she not going to need as much? Add that to the points. Where can I split these up? So I take them off.
So like singing is psi, whereas your will is oratory is willpower, because it's like your confidence, like how you can show like your strength of personality. So oratory is like, you know, the rousing speech and such like that.
It's for low luck works with the angle she's at, because as I say,
She is missing an arm.
definitely she would also be chaotic. So if you
Okay.
think things are gonna go right,
Alignment in this system is nigh existent, because if you're
Exactly,
not
but
chaotic,
she's-
something weird is going on.
It's going to say chaos.
Because
Okay.
every single person I have ever met in this setting has been chaotic something.
I can say, I know what we'll do.
Normal.
We'll hit him with a hammer.
Are you
Put him
going?
in a box.
Are you going?
In a box.
Are you going melee then? I'm assuming.
Maybe. I don't know. I might go mix.
Oh, fair. Have all your other secondary stats sort of updated on your sheets?
What secondary stats were those?
Like the ones underneath?
Where it says like Constitution bits.
Run, carry, save.
Oh, yes.
I just wanted to make sure that the formula's working, okay?
Yes.
Where's the damage?
What is
Okay.
run?
I added a note just saying 3 points, 1 reroll next to luck.
My movement might be a bit different.
Running is how fast you can charge in a turn. I think it's in meters.
Oh, that's fine then.
Carry is the amount of weights in kilometer, the amount of kilometers kilograms that you can carry.
You knew I had to make her a little strong.
Oh, it makes sense for an engineer to be strong.
Exactly.
Right.
Decided what my archetype is.
I'm
No,
gonna. I
okay.
just in the unusual crossover event, she's going to lift the turtle.
The resist, the
Sorry, I didn't
where
like
is it?
that.
Damage resistance stat. For those of you who have put your stats in,
Yeah.
the score that's in your damage resistance is how many boxes on the wounded chart you can fill in per level or per column. So if it's say it's 3, the first 3 boxes get filled before you move on to the next one.
What the critical?
What? Yes, the table includes critical. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah.
No, I'm a bit confused there.
Right. So
Wait,
what is your
75, but
what
like-
is your damage resistance, Corona?
3.25.
It's god, it's done rounding.
Yeah.
Round. It's a round down.
Oh, so 3.
3.
Yeah. So every box underneath the first 3 put an X in it.
Every box under the first 3 in wounded.
All of them. It means you have 3 health boxes per level or per status. So you start off at lightly wounded. After you take 3 damage, you're into hurt. After 3 damage, you're wounded. After 3 damage, you're into critical. After 3 damage, you've taken a mortal wound, which means you're, unconscious. And then if you take another 3 damage after that,
So
you're
I
dead.
have 1, 2, 3. I have basically 12 health right now.
What?
Because I've got 3 boxes per. That's 12 until, and then I go into mortal. So I've got 12 HP.
Yes. Yeah. Technically. We don't.
That's not a lot of HP, but then again, we're level 1, so.
You don't gain more. In this game, damage does not scale up. Do not worry. Unless you're hit by like a ship weapon, but then that's likely to kill you anyway. Let's be real.
You wanna?
Let's be real. So yeah.
Thieves, what are they aiming at?
What's next?
What are they aiming at? Just showing.
Okay. Next, we're going to. This will require a bit more jumping about on the sheet.
Excellent.
Slightly, unfortunately, but you know that's how things are. We're going to work out your species or your race, or your subsection of human, whichever it is. So,
Human.
humans have 3 choices.
Human.
Homo sapien. You are still Homo sapien. All this, like, 700-800 years later, you're pure human. There's been nothing else added. There's been nothing else gained. There's Homo superior Astra, which are initially called the Nomads. They're some of the first people to leave Earth back when that wormhole opened. So there's been some genetic manipulation and forced evolution. Not entirely for bad reasons, just so you could survive in space.
Some form of physical appearance change. Because you've seen my character.
Well, some form of physical change can be entirely included. They can look human, but they're like they
as well.
Use if you have a read into the what it says, they start with 3 advantages. Okay. Pretty much everybody starts with 3. So the Astras start with poisonous, hardy constitution, and evolved in space. Weirdly enough, all of the humans start with the poisonous trait because of the amount of stuff we can eat.
Oh yeah, that's smart.
It's like technically we're poisonous.
Coffee, capsaicin.
Yeah, we eat things that we shouldn't be able to eat. So to most species in the universe, oh dear lord, they are poisonous.
What's the third type of human? Sorry.
The third type of human is Homo superior Psi. These are humans who have the ability to use psionics.
So, one of the first 2 for me.
Mm-hmm. Can you go into psionics?
Hmm?
Can you go into a bit more detail on psionics, as you just like telekinesis and stuff?
Psionics, there's a list of skills for. Give me 1 second.
I'll just go into the psychic sheet and have a look.
Yeah, there's a separate list of psionic skills: telepathy, telekinesis, pyrokinesis, electrokinesis, teleportation, and what's called prescience or farsight.
I might do that. Sounds fun.
They are treated as skills, and they get what are called psi fragments. For each point in your psi, gives you 10 psi fragments. So if it's high, then like you end up with so much extra power.
I'll let everyone else go through first. Just
you get to come up with like weird combos that you can use your powers for. They're generic. They're not very specialized. Like pyrokinesis is literally only setting people on fire. You could use that in such a way. You can use that in such ways that like to use lift. You can get it to generate lift from it, or things like that. So it's how you want to use the power.
My size 7, which is pretty high.
It's the creative sort of route because you get to do some silly things with it.
I think I'm going to go that way.
Force powers from Star Wars are entirely on the field for this. Farsight is really good for navigating. A lot of ships would use Farsight to be able to figure out where the fold points are in the system, or where the nearest fold point is, and such like that. So it's a very useful thing for a navigator to have as well. where I would put the your breed of human, if you're human, is in the notes section up beside your character name.
I was going to go, what were the traits on the two first ones? Poisonous is on all of them.
Poisonous and hardy constitution are on all 3 humans.
I'm guessing hardy constitution just means a little more constitution boost.
Where's the list?
Oh, is there a list, is there?
Yes.
Is it on the document, is it?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out which page though. Oh, yeah. It starts on page 30. Starts on page 39.
Thanks, Alex. We appreciate it. Appreciate it, man.
Yes, thanks, dude.
This is the madness of creating a character. So what page, sorry?
39.
Jesus. He ain't gonna help me.
Where is it?
39.
Is it cut it off here?
Oh, these are the advantages.
Yeah.
Hardy.
Hardy doesn't show up. Give me a second. then.
Hardy.
Where is it?
Right. And I thought it was hearty, as in, like, you can do more. Not quite hardy. And what is the difference between just a human and the...
Astrohuman gets born in space. Which is
Born in space.
Born. Pretty much it gives you like bonuses to... Is it? Or does that only show up in the... Let me see.
It's in the notes. There's like a page on each of the types. You can just go to the space game notes.
Yeah, I'm in the notes. Where are the things?
That's what
If you go
looking for.
down, it's past all the swing and penetration and stuff, and there's Homo sapiens, Homo superior astra.
But it doesn't...
Maybe.
The specific traits aren't being shown for some of them.
Well,
Sorry, you said it was
This
born in...
one
Is
does.
it made in space? Sorry.
Evolved in space.
Evolved in space, okay.
Evolved in space is because your genes have been manipulated and such as well. Your bones don't lose calcium as much. You have an additional organ that cleans carbon dioxide and monoxide out of your own blood. You also have like a complex inner ear that means you do not get disorientated in 0G.
What was the other one for a human?
Human has immune to augment psychosis. I think I mentioned augment psychosis before. The more augments your character gets, the greater the chance that they go Reaver.
But that sounds a
Reaver-
bit better for her, I'm not gonna lie.
No, it's not a good thing for anyone. Sorry.
Skill.
Yes.
Seeing as she has an arm.
No, having a arm is fine. A character creation that's perfectly fine. It's just if you start having to replace everything. Do you remember like some of the bandits in Borderlands, how crazy they are
Yes.
and just suicidal they are?
How they want to ride the meat train.
That is pretty much what augment psychosis is.
Okay, so it's literally, okay, now I see the word. You go psycho from being augmented.
Yes.
Yep, she needs that.
So
Considering-
Are you planning on giving her a bunch more of them?
No, but it would make more sense because that's her kind of thing.
Well, it depends, because like if she has one but you're not planning on her getting others, you wouldn't really need it.
I guess then I'll get the evolved in space. And that was what's it called?
Advantage. It'll show goes into the advantages.
No,
column.
what was the human subclass? Sorry?
Homo superior astra.
Homo superior astra.
Claire. For the non-human of us. Do you have an idea because obviously you sent me art of what you sent us art of what you want to play. The advantage section on page 39. Pick 3
Okay.
that you think would fit them. As long as they're not obviously the ones that like cost 8 points or something like that, or 5, like lower level ones. But
It's all the OP stuff.
like bolt, you definitely like a racial trait wouldn't be bolt hole, which is like you have a place to hide that you can get to. Come on, camera, thank you. Whereas things like born healer would make sense. Or code breaker also makes sense depending on the race.
Rolling up to see him again. There they are. It's Claire, isn't it? I've never actually learnt your actual names. I feel bad.
Ooh.
Question: can they save me up to 10% of my car insurance?
Womp womp.
We'll give you 5.
I'm gonna get launched out of the airlock. I can feel it.
I can feel it.
No.
Joke's on you. I wasn't the imposter.
You have that. You have that button on your Stream Deck, don't you?
I think it's going to work.
Really? Yeah. Oh no, there it is. Party Constitution. All humans, all versions of humans have this. 20% of all drugs have no effect on you. You gain +2 to resist poison.
Yeah, I don't think it worked.
Nah. Pretty
It doesn't
much.
it doesn't like this Discord call specifically.
Humans have taken so many drugs over the years that they're now resistant to them. It's pretty much what Hardy Constitution does.
It's gonna make my life harder.
I was like, alright, let's go. Come on.
So
I love that one of the
Sherry's got-
advantages you can get is just the game master tells you that you're being stupid. That's great.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like knowing the players of like the players I have like that are in my other game. That is a very like valid for most players of this system. A very valid
know-
thing to take.
Because of you saying all this drug resistance, I might make her gum nicotine based.
Or what? Or a gum? Oh, fair. Yeah.
Yeah, keep it in your mouth, please.
So yeah, poisonous. What it actually does is, if you're
Bubblegum
human,
is supposed to be one.
your bite is poisonous because
My
your
girl's-
saliva is technically poison.
I'm gonna eat the jalapenos
We
and
are
bite.
Komodo dragons.
Yeah, kind of. Well, no, you're to anything outside of Earth, you would probably be poisonous.
Just comes up against some alien. Don't worry, we have a mechanic.
I was saying more like, we run out of bullets. It's like, it's okay. And spit.
You can. There are different versions of poisonous, and the next one up does actually get that.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm doing this right. but
Poisonous,
we'll see.
aka coronavirus.
Well, let's be honest. How many times have humans come in contact with other people's that like, hey, look, we have diseases that we're immune to, and we carry them all.
Upper Europeans.
We'll not mention the fact that AIDS only existed in llamas before Christopher went over there.
Oh, Spanish people.
No,
No, I know.
English people.
Oh, I thought you said before Christopher Columbus went over there.
No, yeah. In the only place AIDS existed, I think it was AIDS anyway. It might have been syphilis or something. It only
AIDS was
existed in
from a
llamas.
monkey.
Yeah, I think it was syphilis then. The only place it existed in South America was in llamas, and then when they came back from South America, it was suddenly in people.
Yep.
Are you
Must have brought the
sure
Welsh
they
with them.
weren't from somewhere else?
Excuse me.
No, do you want to know actually
I
something
have to
interesting?
stereotype.
Do you know where that comes from?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
The Welsh were like, I could get put to death for stealing a sheep, but sleeping with one, that's only $100 fine.
Yeah.
I
Think
mean,
smarter. No, think smarter.
Yeah.
it's like the gent that got caught, and his excuse was, "Oh, she was a beautiful woman last night. She turned into a horse this morning."
I don't even know what that accent was supposed to be, so, you know.
It was some nut job. That's what it was. So I'm glad you didn't get it.
Right, so once we've done the advantages, what's next? Once we've decided our race.
Oracle, what are you playing?
You know those like drones in Star Wars with all the little bits coming off the bottom.
The scouts.
Yeah, like the scout drones. I'm that, but I'm also a chef, so it's all just like cooking utensils.
So
That's
you're,
So
an,
kind of think like
so you're an AI.
Cogworth.
Yeah.
Kind of like Cogsworth in Fallout.
So, yeah.
Wait, let me.
Little
Yeah,
spherical
kind
robot.
of.
Cool. So you're an AI.
Yes.
Your two traits that you begin with are Delve.
I'll be right back. I'm just gonna get rid of this.
I don't really get how that means. In Delve, we are gods. I think there's an in missing there, but that's, yeah. Delve is sort of you delving into the the cybernetic network. So if somebody's hacking, they're delving.
Okay.
So if anybody tries to hack while you're in the middle of, like, you know, defending the system you're in or whatever like that, dear Lord, they're going to have a hard time. And obviously, atomic systems means that, like, you can run this ship if you're attached, like, if you're remotely attached to the ship.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
Glad Wi-Fi's good.
I was
I'm glad
thinking,
Wi-Fi's
though,
good,
it's
man.
like, there's a separate AI in the ship, and we find him plugged in one day.
Technically,
Stop
there's
on the door.
That-
two.
What did I miss?
There are two AI on your ship, technically. One, like, neither of them are the ship itself,
There we go. Get rid of the gun.
unless you want to be, but yeah.
Again.
That's another thing altogether. Even Ethan's character is an AI, but I'll let him
Cute.
describe that one exactly because I figured out a way of doing it. It's kind of amusing.
It's Snips, but an AI.
No, he was cargo.
Hello, real
No.
people.
He wasn't. He's the only person out of you lot that isn't a crew member.
He's cargo, isn't he?
He was cargo.
Cute.
Oh no, but
Oh, you
it's
probably
actually
didn't recognize me because of the red arm.
no. It's scary. That's why. Once I get into explaining what you were
Murder
what yous were
robot?
transporting,
Murder Robo?
why would you be transporting a murder robot?
Because
It is.
anarchy?
That is information restricted only to Her Majesty.
Okay, fair.
Oh, I'm guessing the Majesty's probably sent it off to get the defects that moved to America. Oh, it was such a shame to hear about Megan's car accident next year.
Careful.
Yeah, sorry guys, sorry. That's a bit too real. I'll keep that to my streams.
I can't, why is this not showing me?
I could share this with you so you could
Right.
jump in and view it.
If you drop down to line AK or row AK in the sheet, we're going to put implants in because that's
A
next.
what, sorry?
AK.
AK?
Yes.
What?
Row AK
There's...
in the character
Quite
sheet.
hard on.
Yeah, there's... Oh... This... Okay.
So we're going to cover implants.
Where is this? Oh, here.
It's
Okay, implant.
row 87.
Yeah.
Every-
85 to 87, yeah.
Everybody has an implant of some description.
Mine's 5G!
Yours is likely to be what's called a neural information transfer enhancement. Short Night for short, NITE.
This is going to be nothing to me.
Yep, I'm about to explain what it does. Most humans who aren't using psionics will have this. Or most, even aliens would have this as well.
I'm guessing whatever you're about to say are writing upgrades, or not yet.
Well, it's a thing to keep in mind anyway.
Okay, I'll put it in upgrades for you. I've just realized, personal transport? Newt.
Eventually you could get them, yeah. Right, so with a knight, you can access information from ships' databases. You can control the ship remotely without having to use physical controls. If you have access, of course.
Oh, hang on. So it was... Oh, god damn it.
Give me a second, I will
How
copy.
do I do F enter? How do I enter down a line on Excel?
Just shift click. I think.
Can't.
You can?
Well, generally, it just inputs
You can't
information and
click.
dumps you out if you just press enter.
Well, yeah. Well, you can click a cell.
Shift
and
enter
then-
goes up a line.
Does,
No. Select the first row you want, shift, and then click the last row you want.
Oh, wait, give me a second. Did I not have that set up? If you go into format cell, I should have got that.
Format-
That's on my bad.
Format cell? How do I don't use this.
I'm only learning it too.
Where's format cell?
Where is it? I did it yesterday. Why is it not working? Because
Delete cell.
You can paste special, paste format.
We'll work it out later. So it was remote control of ship.
Or you can go up to the top and click format after you select the cell you want.
I've put it into the Discord link if you want to have a look there. Oh, there it is. If you click on the box and go to format up at the top,
Yeah.
there's an option called text wrapping.
Okay.
If you change that to wrap, it'll jump down to the bottom line as it should.
Stop looking.
That's not allowing me to shift enter.
You shouldn't need to shift enter. There, it's a text box.
Yeah, but it won't let it goes to the bottom, but it's not letting me like do these notes in lines.
Oh, you can't do that because the cells are merged.
Yeah, it's a single text. It's a text
Okay.
box. So if it goes
Okay.
over, it should bump down if the wrap is on.
Okay. So I'll write this down then.
You can put it in bullet points if that will make it easier for you.
That's what I'm kind of doing. I'm using dashes just to.
Yeah, you just have to hit space, I think, on that, which is unfortunate. And interfacing with machinery gives you a +1 to your stat, to your roll. Well, +1 to your target.
Yep, I'll be back. 2 seconds out.
No worries.
Got it.
Obviously, for using a knight, that's what you would have anyway.
Yeah.
Claire, I'm assuming you're still figuring out what to take. Or do you have an idea?
See, is I've got 5, and then I'll just have to narrow it down.
Ah, fair.
But my
wasn't
life you
it.
decided to change.
Somewhere between acute sense of touch, ambidexterity, balance, double jointed, and enhanced reactions. So,
Yeah, fair. All seem pretty good.
Jumps and attaches to the roof.
True that. Viliari,
Do
you
you
will
see the
have what's called a NIPE, N-I-P-E, which
N-I-P-E.
which is a
Sorry.
neural interfacing psionic enhancement. It allows you to pretty much actually use your psionics to any measurable amount.
Okay. I'll say that's what your eyes are.
It's like something hooked up to your brain, so if it is hooked up to your eyes, that's fine.
Yep. I mean, you can see all her implants on the
Yeah.
picture I sent.
Yeah.
Anyway, the implant's probably put somewhere. I don't know where on her.
Oh, don't do those.
Probably in her glove with those kind of. In her arm with those kind of things.
You have to try and avoid getting many more implants, because implants generally.
Oh, that's it.
Implants
She's not
generally
anymore.
interfere with psionic abilities.
She's
But-
not having any more.
Yeah, but they work fine with what you have, because obviously I'm not screwing around with character stuff.
Would it be okay if Shuri's got hers in her robo?
No, it has to be yours. The knight has to be in your brain.
Okay, so it'll just be a small bit behind her ear then.
But it is connected further in, because it's like using, was it the Google Glass type thing? So you can actually.
It's very slightly behind her ear then, not that you would normally see it.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
But it's
What's it called again? Sorry.
NIPE, yours.
I know, but now it's not letting me type. Why?
With
It's
a
no.
non-interface psionic
it can just be
enhancer.
being slow.
You have to type in the top bar with the
Yeah.
formula skill, which is
I got it. It just erased it for some reason. So neural interface. Sorry. Enhancer. Thank you.
I'm loving this so far.
It's a weird system, but it works.
I just can't wait for the chaos that will be the first combat.
Oh yeah. Next is skills.
That's skill points. Isn't
Right.
it?
So your skill points in the J column, it'll tell you what your actual skill points to spend are,
Oh god.
because it's calculated that for you.
Oh god. I might need to talk to you in private about this one
Oh.
because I'm not sure.
Nope, we're going to go into it. Okay. So obviously if you have a rough idea of what your character does, it's quite easy to spend skill points in this system and you realise you don't have enough for everything you want to take. The maximum you can have for character creation is a 6. The system is 2d10 based. So you're rolling 2d10 and your result will be anywhere between 2 and 20. Your stat plus your skill is what you're rolling under. So say you're an engineer and your intelligence is a 7. A 7 plus a 6 is 13. So you're rolling under 13. Stuff like that.
Still kind of bad. There you go.
But some of these skills may not have any use at all for you.
Oh god, this is.
There's a lot of skills, don't let it overwhelm. Because
Yeah,
Go
that's
through
why I might need
zero
to
in a
talk to
bunch
you
of these.
specifically later on about what to do with these.
Okay. So if there's any skills in particular you want me to go over, let me know. Because some of them will seem fairly similar to each other.
What I'll do is I'll mark next to ones I'm interested in.
I suggest having a couple of points in dodge and a couple of points in either brawl or melee for most characters.
Brawling, that's fist, isn't it?
Yeah, brawl is like improvised weapon brawling. Improvised weapons and punching people. Melee is actually using like knives, swords, or like big heavy objects. If you're going
SP knowledge?
specialist knowledge, that is something you choose. So if your character has a specialist knowledge in something that wouldn't be covered by another skill, it goes in there.
I'll say what I'll do is if I talk to you later on, come up with what's probably more for her. Because
So if you have a rough idea of what you want,
I am very overwhelmed.
that's okay. Have a read, because some of in the actual rules it breaks down the skills quite well.
What's carousing?
drinking, partying.
Zero.
How to partay?
0. 1 drink and cheese blackout.
Fair.
Yeah, I'll go over this.
In the actual, if you want to have a wee read through it, the section is on page 26
I think
of the book.
even reading through it, I might not understand because
It's okay.
so much here. Well, the good news is there's 6 I'm interested in at the moment.
That's good.
Strength feat.
Strength feat is the skill of putting your strength to use beyond its normal limits. Use to bash in doors or to lift ridiculous weight.
I kind of feel like she'd have that for sure.
Would she?
But she's got a robo arm.
Doesn't mean, well, that could be like direct result of robot arm. Like your robot arm isn't actually better than a human arm. It's a prosthetic more than anything.
I don't know. I don't know what to take then.
No, it's okay. Like, just have a. There is a lot there. And how many skill points did you end up with?
55.
Ooh, that's a good number. I like that.
So roughly, I can select 11 of these as 5. Is what I'm probably going to go for. Or maybe 1 or 2 of them in 6. 10 of them in 5.
5 is like
5 of them in 6.
fairly high too. So, but if you find some that you're like, would she have it that high? You can obviously take it down a bit as well, because like some.
There's no way I'll get 1 in everything. That's a definite.
No.
So maybe what I should do is I should go over what she wouldn't have.
Well, the thing I'm seeing is she would definitely have engineering skills of some description.
Exactly, but that's like 4 alone there.
But would they all be at 6? Because it depends. What do you
Probably
see her?
not.
What do you see her being better at? So like,
I don't know. She's the mechanic.
So armory engineering is making armor and armor systems. Basic engineering is basic repairs and fixes. So like making things work. Core is engineering on the ship core.
Well, since she's the only mechanic, that's probably important.
Core, drive, and systems are the 3 I think you would be pretty good at fixing.
And I would say basic as well. Should just do the general.
Yeah, that's fair.
Great.
1, 2, 3. That's already 4 then.
Sorry, I will be. People on stream, please do not adjust your sets. There are about to be some weird things happening.
Yeah, I'll go through with them later, if that's alright. Just to ensure that I'm making the best character here that I can. Because that's also in my interests, but again, I'll go into you that if you're free at any point during the week.
I might not be, but I will endeavour to help as much as I can.
Yeah. Welcome. Welcome, Cargo.
I'm guessing this is the skill points, yeah?
Yep, we're doing skills at the moment. If there's any you need explained, the creator of the rule system has actually explained them quite well in the skills section.
Word of fashion, that is math.
Is it bad if you leave some of them with 0?
No. Well, it's expected. Like,
Yeah, most of mine are 0s.
I have a character who is very low level skilled at most things, and even he has a whole bunch of 0s.
Well, psychic projection is an outright 0.
Yep.
I'm gonna probably say the luck one's probably not worth.
Well, you can't take that one. I'm ruling on that. You can't take Starjamming because none of you guys are Starjammers.
That's fair. So, what did I miss? I assume everything.
Look on
Fair enough.
Look on the stream.
What's ostory? What's oratory?
Oratory. That's the ability to talk well.
Giving speeches, we will fight them on the beaches. Like,
Do you think someone with an accent can actually even do that?
Well, yeah.
Plenty of people with accents.
Is that how you're going to be talking?
The only one that's better is going to be the blooming turtle from that other one.
Oratory is a skill and a half. It is like, you know, Martin Luther King had that, like, maxed out sort of levels, that sort of thing.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I'm assuming Martin has a goddamn amount of points in that. Yeah.
I might have some 1s and 2s, so I might maybe do 10 points worth of 2s.
Okay. I'll point out a thing. If you have a 0 and you try to use the skill, you're at a -3.
But
I'm very confused now as to what to do.
1s and 2s, fine. They represent things that you maybe have touched on before, but hadn't had the time, or like, you know, the backing to learn amazing amounts of it. But you're okay at it.
Does that +2 to poison, resist poison? Does that take away from our points, or is that just default?
It's default.
Okay.
Default for you humans.
I don't have a -2 next to my resist poison.
I need to take 3 away.
You humans and your weird poisonous bodies.
It's kind of not worth me taking resist poison then, is it? Because
it depends. Like,
you've already got it.
Has your character been in, like, contact with many poisons?
Yes.
Probably.
Yes.
She puts everything in her mouth.
I essentially use a lot of it on people.
Oh my god.
I can see you putting a lot of points into the torture skill.
Okay.
Only 5. I'm only allowed 6 maximum at character creation.
Yeah, I'll have to run. Yeah, I'm definitely going to run it through with you at some point because I have no clues where it's going to be the best kind of splitting out of all this.
Dad, I'm stuck in limbo.
Oh no!
It wouldn't let me leave, but it wouldn't let me join either.
What? No!
I've had it where my internet cut out and I wouldn't be able to join back in the call because apparently I was still in it.
Maybe it's best if I put maybe 10 into 1s because 5 doesn't go into it.
Right. There are different ways you can do it. It just depends.
That's why I'm really confused because I don't actually know the full of the character. I know the base of the character, but the other stuff she'll do.
2 over. No, I'm not because it was the +2 from resist poison. So.
Yep. So you're all good.
Okay, I'm going to send this to you and you can tell me how terrible it is.
What rough archetypes everyone's feeling at the moment? Like, Bruno's being an engineer, so that's panic.
I was feeling medic.
Ethan's some kind of murderous robot.
Hello. Very much that.
Monk's is some kind of weird imperialist.
It is classified.
He is going to be like, are you stealthy as well? No. Okay, so he's going
For the Empire!
He's going the leadership, like the leadership route.
Go forward, lads, or face the Emperor's wrath.
You can tell me how terrible I've decided to do this.
Sparkle's like ship cook.
Yeah.
Plus, probably a few other things too.
I have
There in
2
total?
points in disguise, and I want to put a little mustache on.
I'm so. Oh my god. I really don't know.
Magnetic
Oh.
mustache.
Oh no, it's the
Sheet
police.
over the top.
Put on the mustache.
You
Aha!
are
Oh my
It's
god.
driving me insane because I don't know.
I was going to say, one quote that was my absolute favourite from Commissar. It was, either face their bullets or face mine, and I assure you, I'm a lot more accurate.
Actually, considering where I've put my points, I should probably switch around my strength, my intelligence, and my reflex points.
I don't know.
realised this
There's
is on
so much I
me,
want to
so I'm going to give you a bonus. But psionics are skills.
Yeah, but I have like 80 points in them.
No, that's your fragments. That's something different. So I'm going to give you a bonus 10 points to put into psionics. Because that was on me. I did a silly. I should have said that before you done this.
Okay.
Yeah, I have no idea. Oh my god, I have no idea.
No. I'm giving you 10 points, so if you go into your psionics sheet and spread 10 in there.
Yeah, I just don't know how to put this. Oh, just 10 between the...
Yeah.
I've got to turn my
power?
camera off. I'm getting stressed out.
Don't worry. This is why we're doing it this week and like giving ourselves a full week.
Okay, so I have
I can't
nothing.
even see the board now.
Yeah.
Nothing in pyro, nothing in electrokinesis.
Did I see shadow?
That's following
3.
people.
Oh.
I have my character is really good at following people, but he has no points in stealth, so they will see him. The problem is
So they're a bad smell.
No, the problem is he has an advantage called mundane, so they're not going to remember anything about him.
He's so bland.
He's Baldric.
Yeah,
Baldric could walk into a party and throw a glass at somebody and nobody would realise it was Baldric.
so later this week we'll go through this and get this sorted, yeah? Because
Yeah, like there's...
if I give you a rundown of kind of things that the character would do, you could say, like, okay, so maybe they'd have this many points in that.
Yeah.
Because, like, they're not going to be a good singer, but they're not going to be terrible at it.
A
That's
couple
what they
of
do
points.
in their workshop.
A couple of points in it then would fit perfectly.
Exactly.
I would suggest,
But-
though, that at least one person in the party would have points in pilot or
I
or
think I've got-
navigation.
Oh, but
Nobody else has. I need to do something. I don't know what my character is.
I was half tempted to put, like, a few into
Few.
it, because she's tested a few things in her times. It's gonna get bumpy. It's gonna get bumpy. Immediately stalls the ship's engines.
I have one
I'll
point
take some
in that.
pilot because I found the only alien here I joined somehow.
So telekinetics and teleportation. Okay. Teleportation is the rarest kind of psionic, and that is cool that you have it. Because I'm okay with it. Because,
Okay.
yeah,
I didn't
there's
know.
no...
See, is there a point to me having it with my implant?
What do you mean?
Well, I've got the back implant, so that kind of makes my movement pretty good anyway. And teleporting on top of that.
Okay. You may want to read what teleportation actually does.
Okay, I will do that right now because I am stupid.
Noted. Work on with DM over the week.
Teleportation.
Because at least I know for now that engineering is the main stuff, but it's how many points to put into each.
Because teleportation isn't just teleporting yourself.
Oh, okay. That'll be good for if it's.
You
Let
can
me read about it enough.
You can teleport other people.
I can get people out of things if they're in danger.
Or,
Yeah, we'll leave it.
or
Put me into danger.
Or into danger. Like an enemy into an airlock.
She would feel so bad about doing that.
It's okay. I'll hit the button.
I was about to say the same thing. Shuri's just gonna be like,
She would be like, if you did that, she would start crying and be like, I just wanted him to be locked away from us.
"Hello, buddy. I've got to say, you're the blooming imposter."
Also, if you get a psi amp big enough, or other psychers with teleportation power, with enough psychic energy, you can teleport ships.
I'm leaving it as it is. I'm pretty happy with that.
Query. Why
I-
are you acting sus?
Okay.
Information: you're all going to die.
Oh no, there is one imposter among us.
Oh yeah, is one of us the bad guy?
No.
Rhetorical question. What? No, that could never be me. What?
So,
How many points to rewire that robot?
considering it's a player character, more than you probably have.
Declaration.
Don't worry.
You can certainly try, meatbag.
Don't worry, robot. I'll give you a fabulous carriage.
Counter, and I will give you a fabulous coffin.
Jesus.
Shit, actually. Yeah, I'd bloody appreciate that.
Ethan, do you want to do your character stuff?
Yes, please.
Also, is your camera working, or is there none at the moment?
Oh, I've been using my phone. Well, I normally use my phone for camera stuff, but
Yes.
since I had to use it for a 2-hour drive back from Leeds, it is dead.
Oh,
So
that's
it-
okay. That's alright. No
So
issue.
you only have my lovely voice now, unfortunately.
No issues here. Obviously the link to the Roll20 as well. Are you in there now? You are. Good.
Yep, I'm there.
You can hear that.
Just have to say to the
metal
team,
music.
and now I christen the map.
I'll just say, very doom-inspired. I love it.
It actually is, and I'm like so happy because there's even better ones in there.
Oh, hell yeah.
This spreadsheet, if you open it up and make a copy, we'll go through.
Tweet? How are you doing? Oh.
That's a very happy face. Right, I'm gonna save this before I lose it.
Oh, it automatically saves.
Oh yeah, it's Drive.
Google Drive.
I've got to remember it's to my actual email as well.
And Ethan, if I can also get you to roll me a 1d10 as well.
You got it. Let's go. Okay, that is a 4.
Cool. That adds an extra 4 character points at character creation.
Okay. So that's 40 plus 4. So I've got 44 points.
Human average is 5, maximum is 10.
I'm going to share the last name with all of you, by the way.
Because you are obviously a roboticus, you can have a higher maximum in strength if needs be.
Yeah, fair enough. I feel like 6'6" is more of a reflexy. Yeah, I feel like he's more of a reflexy robot who wants to not be seen or hit at all.
Sorry.
Like if he's,
Did that thumbs up.
like if he's hidden in the shadows and snipes someone in from 100 paces, he's doing his job right. Like you can't see the bullet until it's too late. Then it happens.
By the way, for all of you, starting equipment is based on what your character is as well. So I will give everybody some stuff. There's no like, here's X amount of money to spend. You'll be given also some additional money afterwards, but it's all based on background.
Excellent. Yeah, I'll go over an idea with you later with these things, because there's something I want to put some points into, possibly.
Ooh.
I discussed it with you about her pack.
Yes. There's nothing you need to put points into for that, don't worry.
Not the friend.
Yeah,
Hang on.
just curious. Points into melee, would that transfer into points into his, weapon, sword?
Yes.
Sweet.
Melee is weapon, is sword, pretty much. I think it's basic sword, actually. Let me see. No, you'll actually want either force or mono.
Force or mono?
Me.
Force or weapon mono or weapon force for a proper weapon, because melee would cover basic weapons.
Excellent.
So like a sword, but it's like a medieval claymore or something like that.
I'm guessing my character's main weapon counts as melee.
Yeah, because you're using a wrench.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was half tempted to do comically oversized wrench, but that would make sense.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I've got 44 points. What do I do with these points?
Those 8 stats underneath.
Okay, so
Explanations of which I can get back to.
bang on.
Because we've done that today. So, explanations. Luck is better to have in multiples of 3.
Cool.
Because you spend 3 luck points to re-roll a dice. Everything else, obviously human average. They're all based obviously on skills below, so for shooting you want a high reflex.
Cool.
Spend as you need, or as you would like.
Oh, goodness. Sorry, guys.
That's alright.
intelligence seems good as well. Covers things like tracking and stealth. So I'll put a few in those as well.
Always good. Also gives you extra skill points.
Decent. Oh, does it?
It does.
No. Okay. Probably go for con next. Probably. Yeah, I assume that translates as how beefy you are.
How beefy help? Well, it plus will determines how beefy you are, but it also means like you have higher endurance and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh, will does actually sound pretty good. I'll put a few in will then. I'll stick them between in 5.
Right. Just to change things about a bit, I'm going to swap. And speaking of Doom, this track is called BFG 9000. Yeah.
Hey, can I have a BFG?
No.
Well, you know what the first thing my character would do? Fire!
Yep. You blow a side in your own ship.
Hey guys, look what I got! Sure enough!
Yeah, before I'm pulled out of that there, I will ensure I take a couple shots at you.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
As I fly out. I'm not grabbing anything, just we die together.
Alright, so 10's the maximum you can have in any stats, right?
Yep.
Okay, excuse me. Dig things a little bit. Okay, so 10 reflex and
Well, you're actually sticking 10s in now?
Well, I figure may as well. Is it better to specialize in this game, or is it better to keep things a little more general, or does it not really matter?
It's a personal preference.
Fair enough. No, I'll specialize then. I mean, if he's a droid, he's probably going to be made for that purpose specifically.
Or at least this version of your programming is anyway.
Exactly. So I'm thinking intelligence 10, reflex 10, craft 0, will 10.
You have to have a minimum of 2.
Oh, you have to have a minimum of 2 in any stat?
Yeah.
Alright.
Because, craft 0, dear lord. Yes, you may
have
not...
no hands.
Pretty much. Craft isn't just, being able to craft things specifically. The knowledge of those things as well is also included in that.
Okay, fair enough.
So, engineering isn't just how you actually engineer the thing. If you get me.
I get you. Alright, time to bust out the old mental math. How about mental math and then busting out a calculator?
If I did my points thing correctly, I just kind of went, I have 57, I'll just give them where I think they're meant to be.
Oh. Okay, that works. Oh wait, yeah, I've got the extra... Okay, so I've got an extra 4 to allocate, so I'll put...
And the way I have this sheet set up, it calculates a lot of other stuff for you on the sheet.
Easy.
just to make life easier. Although it doesn't round, apparently, which is really around here.
We can do that. We're not that stupid.
I know, but whenever you tell it, you know, to do so, you can't help it.
Oh, wait, let me put something to say.
Oh?
Frick. What's it like? He was lying. Nah, man was totally telling the truth.
That's true.
That eight-armed person was a human. You know it.
This system works off of what we call degrees of success, which is a concept not very D&D, so I'll explain it.
More white
Drew will
can do it.
remember that.
For every X amount of points, like, if you just pass your skill, that's called a basic success. From there to, well, once you get to 3 under your skill, that's what's called a degree of success. It's a greater level of success, like you've not, like, basic success means, yeah, you did the thing, standard, like, nothing went wrong, nothing good happened extra out of it. Degree of success could make it happen quicker, could mean you gain more out of it. So, like, we'll go for example, persuasion check. For each degree, you could get more information. And if it's an opposed check and you both pass, obviously the person with more degrees is going to be the one who actually succeeds.
Oh. Like it.
And unfortunately, on Twitch, there's no role-playing category. It's just Dungeons and Dragons.
I might put weaponsmith
GTRPGs.
considered one is weaponsmith, but only very, very low.
Yeah.
Question:
Mhm.
If you are a robot,
Yes.
are you automatically resistant to poison, or do these boys have, or do these boys find a way to poison robots in the future?
Yeah, it depends on the poison.
Poison virus.
Depends on the poison, because you're not an actual robot, because there are automaton robots who are, like, subservient and such. You are an AI.
Okay.
But you're an AI housed in a robot body.
Okay. Fair enough. Downloading weed.exe.
Technically, anybody with a knight can do that.
Thank you.
Wow.
There are certain implants that a few of the party members have that would actually do that as well.
What? You have weed at your finger? You automatic weed at your fingertips?
Well,
My thumb is a vape pen.
Nice.
fair.
Okay.
My hand is a dolphin.
Not
That's
bad.
a reference
It's
I
a gun.
think a lot of people are going to get.
Does everyone have knights, or does are you able to take BSI instead?
BSI wouldn't apply in this case.
Sweet. Nice it is.
Because we've no bioorganic sort of, biosynthetic sort of organisms. You're not flying like a living ship. Those are a thing.
Horrendous. Oh god, that's horrendous.
Do you want to
Some
see?
Tyranid ships.
Do you want to see a picture of the one I'm in?
Nope.
Yes.
Well, you got me thinking now. Let's do this.
I know about the man-sized planet, the Slanish Chaz. I'm good.
Okay, yeah, this isn't as bad. But that's the ship in my game.
Gatchman Leviathan
Yes,
from Subnautica.
except it's bigger and in space.
Hell yeah!
And-
Do you know that concept art was made by, it was commissioned by a YouTuber, who was then sent off to a modder, which is why the Gargantuan mod now exists for Subnautica.
Yeah, but the player who's playing our ship, that's the ship, and its entire fuel source is biomatter.
This thing eats planets.
It can eat anything.
Oh, damn.
Currently, we're feeding it soybeans.
Nice.
Get the nooks, boys. Get the nooks.
It's even worse because inside the ship, if you annoy the ship enough, your bedroom can become very moist.
No.
And
That's great.
mucus
No
can come out of the
posters
walls.
Why don't you go further down my esophagus towards my stomach?
Pretty much.
When you slam the door too hard and the door sneezes on you.
Like, and it can actually create edible bioorganic matter as well.
Oh, that's weird.
It's nasty.
Are you?
It's- It's called,
Bees chugger.
Oh.
it's called goo. We just refer to it as goo.
Oh. Okay.
It's like tubby
Bubble
custard.
tea.
It's like tubby custard.
Which one of these weapons is closest to, like, a blowtorch? Because I'd have one for, like, creme brulee and stuff, right?
This is true.
So,
Question. I have a question. Do you also have a compartment that shoots out flour?
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
That would technically be a plasma pistol,
okay.
which means I will give you a plasma pistol as part of your starting equipment.
Oh, that's a good point. In the reflex section, what are the? It just says weapon.
There's specialization skills,
Ah, okay.
so there are a list.
Okay, so which one? Yeah. Okay, so which one do I select for snipers, or do you just get snipers in?
You
every
will
category?
take. You'll probably need to start with laser.
Laser. Cool.
Would be definitely one. In the actual rulebook, there is a list of other weapons that might come up down the line that you might want to be trained in some of as well.
I'll just give you the fact that Herod passed to me. Put 0 in the star cramming.
Star jamming, yeah.
Jamming, sorry, not cramming.
Nobody has star jamming as a skill.
Where are you cramming that star, buddy?
Because
I gotta make sure it's right off camera.
none of you guys are actually trained in star. Non-humans can't star jam either. Well, AIs definitely can't. That just gets weird because like it requires faith, and AI plus faith like ain't a thing.
You believe in a robot god.
No robot Jesus, please. If you believe in the robot devil, you must believe in robot Jesus.
You believe in GLaDOS.
Query:
Full
does this
AI
unit
are-
have a soul?
Have you
Let's
ever
find out.
watched Wale?
No, I'm thinking more Futurama, the freaking robot devil.
Oh, god damn it! This is how we get
Yeah.
the gas. This is how we get the gas, people. God dang it!
Yeah, I'd seen one disadvantage like short fuse. I'm like, yes.
Yes, right. So those of you who finished your other stuff, advantages and disadvantages work on a equal. At the end, you must spend 0. Obviously, you have your starting ones from being your whatever race you are. They're free. Beyond that, it's you make them equal 0. So if you want to take advantage, you have to take equal disadvantage.
Okay, so there's a list of advantages and disadvantages, is
Yep.
there?
So
Masochism.
disadvantages give you points. Advantages cost you points.
Oh god.
Masochism. Forward, lads! Forward!
That's sadism.
Oh no, we're going to go get hurt.
Oh, fair. But it's also sadism because you want
Oh
somebody
my-
else to do it too.
Oh, well, there's one.
I'm a care.
The character I play obviously has the advantage mundane, but he's absent-minded and clumsy.
Question. Brain lock. Is that one that's for more serious things like accidental terrorism?
What is this? What?
Brain lock?
Give me a
Is
second.
that one for a more serious crime?
No, because like we want you to be able to do stuff.
There's cowardice, Urson.
What is it? Let me see.
There's cowardice. It's
I-
when any time a character tries to accomplish a task which may cause him physical harm, he may make a cool check at -2 to show some guts and stick around. If he fails, he must run and hide.
So I am absolutely going to be Cypher's Skin. It's
Oh.
funny because I...
So I have to be honest. I have to take Brain Lock.
If you want.
Okay, I'm gonna take.
I mean,
Fearful.
you know her past.
Yeah, it makes sense to take Brainlock. It gives you 2 points for a different advantage.
Fearful. I'm gonna take a +3 for Fearful.
Drug addiction, but I can't get high. Brilliant.
I almost want to give her Deep Sleep. That wouldn't be a...
Cancellation. That is right. But
What's the advantages then?
I'm trying to think what would be good. If you could find another one to give you 2 more points, maybe take crafting aptitude for yourself.
Me?
Yeah.
Or... well, I mean, Ego's signature makes sense if she's just doing whatever.
What's that?
Ego's signature, you have to take credit for everything you do.
Oh, how many points that give you?
It says +1 to +5.
2 plus 1. No, I have to do it +2.
Well, here, that's... Don't try to rap text and the advantages and disadvantages column.
I like that honesty is a weakness.
Yeah, I took honesty.
Okay, yeah. As an engineer, would Ego be? It wouldn't be a +2. Because, like, well, I'll give you. I will give you Ego a +2. Because it means if you ever like do anything illegal, like that's how you got caught. You left
Oh, that's
something.
gonna work hand in hand with.
It's like the Riddler. Ego.
That's gonna work hand in hand with Brainlock.
Yeah, it's like remember like a Riddler would be +5 because everyone knew it was the Riddler that did it every time because obvious giant green question
I've got
marks.
other weaknesses I can give her. Well, she's not.
But if you take
masochism, hell yeah!
so the 2 that you took, if you take crafting aptitude, it gives +1 to all your crafting skills.
Okay, that's probably good. Right, let's have a look.
For
Where is it?
4
Where's
points.
advantages? Where's advantages?
Above disadvantages.
Yeah, I've lost them all.
Page 29, I think.
Oh, I'm at 30. Jesus. Oh no, advantages. Here they are. Pace, touch, vision,
So,
ambidextry.
Ethan, where are you up to?
I'm just reading through the different weapons.
Ah, fair.
I'm guessing you're going as the medic for the Born Healer.
Colonial
You've seen that one?
authorization. Yes.
Advantages. I should probably make that a header because that's not. Oh, never mind.
Crafting aptitude. There it is. There's that one.
Actually, do you know what would be really applicable for the character? Would be Lifesaver. You try not to kill people. It's a disadvantage.
Oh, what's that
Oh.
disadvantage?
Lifesaver.
I didn't see that. I took Fearful, Honesty, and Close Personal Tie. I didn't see Lifesaver.
I was gonna say I would love it if you just save this one person's life, just walk over.
That would cause trauma.
to them.
Oh, there's even more down below.
Try
Lifesaver.
not to spend more than 10 points because things
I
could
just
get
feel like Masochist would be great.
things could get out of hand.
I've got Lifesaver. At the minute I have 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna take. I don't think I'll take Personal Tie if I've got Lifesaver.
Yeah. Personal tie wouldn't really fit too well because you guys are going to be so
Yeah.
far away as well.
Well, yeah. Okay, I'll take that.
See, I would have loved to put sadism on her, but
No.
it's not always applicable.
I love this so much.
So great.
Oh.
Oh, pacifism.
Can I put speech impediment because of accent?
No. Speech
No,
impediment.
this is really good. It just like adds things to the character that I really didn't think of.
Yep.
You know?
Okay, instead of fearful,
Oh!
I'm gonna add passivism.
Oh, you're going to take passives.
Yeah. I'm gonna take passivism. I can't say it. Honesty and lifesaver.
I
Nice.
have no disadvantage I can take.
Oh.
Unmistakable feature.
Fair.
That works. She's tatted.
Plus 4, and that means I'm at 8. And I'll leave it at 8. And that means I'm actually going to take out... No, I'll leave my points as is, because I have 1 in weapon and 1 in melee, which is fine. And then mainly dodge. Okay. So, I need to get 8 points in advantages now.
I've got a plus. Well, I've got plus 6 in my weaknesses. Is that fine to keep there? I think.
You can stop there if you want to.
Or maybe overconfidence because she would love to be like that.
Born healer. Yep.
I'll add this one, but if I don't find anything, then
There are a couple of advantages and stuff that wouldn't really make sense. Things like sanctuary, because you guys are going to be away from home anyway.
so I've got 4. What would be a good one? Starjam. No,
Is that sure? The crafting one that I mentioned, possibly.
I've chosen that one. I've got 4.
Oh, you have
others.
4 after that. Nice.
Because I've picked up unmistakable
that's-
features, overconfidence.
Mm-hmm.
Which, sorry, I've realised I'm at camera there.
That's fair. What else? Concentration,
Should,
maybe?
should I take some points in ugly?
You could.
I was also going to say, this is why I throw it on beautiful voice. The voice of an angel. Go on then! I'll kick your ass! I'll break your kneecaps and then reform them at your backside! Oh, so heavenly.
You could take what'd you call it? Friend? Well, no, you wouldn't have friends with you at this point.
I felt concentration would be a good one, but that will leave me with a 3.
You could then take like light sleeper.
Yeah.
Lightning calculator. You can do math in your head very quick.
Nah, who needs math when you can just hit it with a wrench?
Quick math. Quick math.
Yeah, who needs it when you can hit it with a wrench?
Whenever
Oh, and
you're
that
involved,
leaves me with
I was gonna
1.
say-
That leaves me with a 1 plus 1.
do you know what the problem is? Like the idea of who needs math. Whoever's flying the ship definitely needs math, because you're doing things like folding space.
Right, that leaves me with plus 1.
Into my calculation.
Oh,
If I am a pilot.
That is quite literally like my plans were calculated. Man, am I bad at math?
Guess what happened to you guys? Because it happened to your ship. The guy that Starjammed it was bad at math.
Yes, I'm cool with ending this.
Maybe I should give her a piercing gaze as well. That would kind of work.
That was going to
Because I've got a 1 left. I do. I've got 1 left.
So Ethan,
yep.
you've got your character stats done.
As in,
The characteristics. Yes. I'm assuming.
wait, why do I have a? Why does it say I've got 53 skill points? It says 40 plus 9 plus 4.
That's how many points
Oh
you can
wait,
spend
hold
there.
up. Oh,
Like,
hold
we're
up.
slow.
Oh wait. Oh, okay. All right, I get you.
They're
I get you.
based on your other stats.
Oh, okay. fair enough.
Herodor, I was thinking of taking acute vision, but I've got augmentation, so does that negate it, or should I just add it?
It
Just
can
add in
count.
for my thing.
It can count as your augmentation.
Should I put it in then anyway?
Mhm.
Okay. I'll just put it as -1 because that's all I have.
My advantages as a bigger list than my disadvantages.
It's because you start with 3 of them for free.
No, even with that, in general.
Okay, Ethan, I'm going to explain the damage resistance stuff because this is like pretty much your character's health. What is your damage resistance stat?
Where do I put that?
22, line 22.
Oh, 22. Damage resistance
22i.
1.75.
1.75?
Yeah, 1.75.
Oh god.
How low's your con?
5.
That's a weak robo.
He's a sniper.
You guys are gonna have to be the best of friends.
How low?
Yeah.
Wait, what stat's your strength at?
2.
Oh god, that'll be why. Strength plus con is your damage resistance.
Okay.
Well, strength
right.
plus con divided by 4.
Strength plus con divided by 4. Oh, I see. Right. Okay.
Basically, as you are, you have 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's how many health boxes
4
you have.
HP. You have 4 HP, basically.
Okay.
How much would that? What else would he require to get that up?
I mean, here's a rundown of my points. Intelligence 9, Reflex 9, Craft 4, Will 5, Con 5, Strength 2, Luck 6, Psi 2. And that's the 44 points I've had, and that's with the 44... That's with the 40 plus the 4 I rolled from the beat.
Yeah. That's
Okay,
right.
I got my thing sorted.
Now you'd need to increase your strength by another 4 just to get that up to 3. So nat 2's fair. Make sure skill points wise then you put a decent amount into dodge.
Say that,
That
okay.
is a good point.
Yes.
Dodge.
And or have ridiculously good armor.
So, crafting aptitude, concentration, light sleeper, lightning calculator, and piercing gaze, brain lock, ego signature, unmistakable feature, overconfidence.
Okay,
Plus
my
skill 3.
base advantages: poisonous, hardy constitution, psi aptitude.
Mm-hmm.
Then I have born healer, fast healing, animal friendship, acute vision, and disadvantages are pathism, honesty, and lifesaver.
And I need to merge some rows, don't I?
So I
'Cause I need
cannot
to
hurt
have-
anyone. Perfect.
You are playing the actual medic.
Yeah.
How do I merge rows in...
What rows do you need to merge?
because I'm adding the more layers because I wouldn't have enough otherwise for the free.
Oh,
I just put all my base advantages into the one column because they don't add any points.
that's fair. Yeah.
Oh, that's fair, actually. That's a good call.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
Stop licking or you get the turn back on dog.
So, as a human, I have poisonous, hardy, and the raised in space.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ethan,
that's a good point.
Mhm.
But where do you find advantages?
we'll get to that later. So
Cool.
you have to do something else for yourself first.
No worries.
Obviously, you're an AI, so you start with 2 advantages.
All right. Those
Um,
being
In Delve, we are gods, which pretty much means that if somebody's trying to hack and you hack, you're going to have advantage on them.
Okay. So if someone tries to hack me, I can be like, "Big bitch, please."
You react quicker, pretty much.
Sure.
Sorry, my hands.
The other one's called autonomic systems, which means if you have access, you can fly the ship remotely.
Oh, God.
You can, control a ship's systems and drones like your own body. which doing
Hey,
simple
Ethan, do you want
tasks.
to have a war at driving the ship mentally?
Well, doing simple tasks with those don't require any rolls.
It's like a recipe for disaster in the fact that the only two people that can hook into the ship to drive it are the cook and the murder robot.
That you don't even know is a murder robot yet.
Yeah, I want to be his friend so badly.
Excuse me, don't I get the ability with my thing to remotely drive the ship?
Yep, you have a
I can
knight.
remotely control the ship myself as well.
You're a criminal.
You have a knight though, so it's fair.
I'm sorry, who's a criminal?
Krona.
Pretty sure
Well,
Krona is.
Krona's an ex-con.
Very different type of thing.
Yeah.
It'll be explained, don't worry.
And also, let's be honest, I foresee many crimes happening in this campaign.
Like murder.
Don't
Well,
get me to lie for you guys.
There's survival related to surviving.
Woo!
And I brought you myrrh. Thank you. Murder.
Don't let me talk to people, by the way. I've got a +2 in honesty.
Same.
You both took honest.
Oh, well, you see...
Nice.
I have no reason to lie. I was wondering, the Majesty's.
You're killing
business.
people.
Did you kill this man? Yes. Why? He annoyed me. Which actually, with disadvantages are quite kind of funny. There we go.
Rick, did you kill someone? What if I did?
Bad temper, honesty, and short fuse +3.
You and me are going to be an interesting pair, since we're both honest, but I'm really bubbly and want to help everyone. You're really grumpy, want to kill everyone.
Oh, I'm a delight. It's just when they annoy me, then I'm not a delight.
Well,
what
you
my
better like a little bit of
character is,
chaos.
not
You better
annoying.
not all be about being strict and order.
Yeah. Huh?
You better not be all about order. I'll have a cheeseburger, please.
This. Short fuse 3. Oh, yeah. Deadeye, piercing gaze, super cool, and deathwalk.
This is what we call getting served.
So Ethan, your skill points.
Yeah.
So, what's a good spread for them? Is it worth to have? Do you just sort of spread the 53? You just sort of spread your skill points around accordingly, then?
Right. So the way the system works is you take your skill, add it to your stat, and that's what you have to roll under on 2d10. So obviously, the higher the better. In
Okay,
some
fair
ways, but also if you aren't trained in a skill and you think you're going to have to use it at some point, you would be. If you have no levels in it, you're at a -3.
Okay. What is
Unless you
the
have
maximum-
unless you have the advantage jack of all trades, which is the thing.
Oh, fair enough. What's the most I can have in any skill at any one time?
6, a character creation.
Cool.
See.
Alrighty then. So.
Goes up to a maximum of 10 eventually because there's no point having higher than 20 on anything.
Alright.
I'm just gonna vibe out for a bit to this song.
Yeah, this music has changed.
It was a few times.
I'm digging it.
I love this
Yeah,
chiptune
it's good.
stuff.
It's kind of like we've each taken a turn with the aux cable in the ship. Somebody was playing death metal. Now it's like this
Aye.
kind of video gamey music.
Punk rock and death metal. Yeah, that's shuddy for you.
But if someone's going to bump into me in the hallways, I'm just going to turn and respond with a pistol.
Excuse me.
Damn,
No.
6-6 and the commissar are gonna get on, man.
Yeah. It's when they bumped into me, just turn with a pistol. It's like, I'm not angry that you bumped into me. I'm disappointed about that. The fact that you did not say sorry, however.
I'm guessing your character is the embodiment of call an ambulance, but not for me.
No, because like he would never even say that. He would just straight up shoot you before even saying it.
My character is the embodiment of Rule Britannia and forward lads to death and glory. I'll be back here, don't worry about it.
I think I played a game of Only War, which was an old Warhammer 40k RPG that you played as Imperial Guard. I played a regiment where I had a leader of the regiment who was pretty much your character. Because he saw orcs running towards us, and his response was affix bayonets.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. In retrospect, 40k universe, orcs can range between 8 to 10 foot tall and are walking slabs of houses. They are just bestial.
The funny thing is, we won because we bayoneted them. Because we had reach on them.
Nice.
Because the belief in the Emperor and the belief of the orcs have I've been stabbed, therefore I'm dead.
Well,
we
we were at the top of a hill and they were charging up a hill while we had bayonets on the end of our las rifles.
Herodor,
Yes.
is there anything I have to do for my pet?
Not at this stage. We're going to assume that your pet doesn't have really combat stats. For now. We'll get into that later.
I would like to say now I've taken animal friendship.
Mhm.
My pet is most definitely a really dangerous creature.
I was going to say,
Where-
are you going to be the nice and bubbly one, but your pet's going to be the one doing all the murder?
No.
The pet would probably only do it in self-defense.
It's Lilo and Stitch, everybody.
Pretty much.
The design is not far off. When I was doing it, I was going, oh god, this is really similar to Stitch.
I'm
Can I be
doing
bubbles?
with it.
I mean, Herodor, look at it. Tell me it's not really similar to Stitch.
Wait, here, can I be Bubbles then?
Wait,
Yes.
did you include your... Oh, wait, you did. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
did.
that is Stitch.
But he's got his little back legs are hooves. But I'm terrible at drawing that.
I'm going to say, hey, you guys remember buff penguins?
Let's not bring that back. Also, how does his mouth open? Because being that size and being as deadly as you're assuming he is, I don't think his mouth opens normally.
Big
Or-
snake.
Nice.
Oh, no.
I was thinking, is it more like alien sort of mouth inside a mouth? Sort of.
His mouth opens to void. Like, it literally opens to like a wormhole and he just inhales.
Deep breath, deep breath.
Nobody
Oh,
knows
okay.
where the things he eats goes.
Kirby!
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
No, they become the end boss.
Probably.
The amalgamation of everything eaten is what we have
Oh,
to fight
no.
against.
He vomits and you have to fight everything that survived.
No.
Remember these
Oh,
level 1
it's a bag of holding demon! What's it holding? Oh,
No, I tell you what.
no!
Tell you what it's like. His mouth does open to like a void, but it's like a pocket dimension. And you know the penguin from Madagascar's that whenever they need something,
Rico.
they're just like, Rico, give me this. That's what he does.
Boom? Yes,
Okay.
Rico, kaboom.
My pet is a magic bag of holding.
So, equipment.
So I have to stomp on its foot to open it like a bin.
Or you could ask nicely.
Yeah.
Martin,
Yes.
you're starting weapons. I'm giving you a mono sword to start with.
Excellent, that's it.
What ranged weapons do you have in your weapon list? Or have you not decided?
In the weapon list, only a pistol that's in the actual character sheet already. It's a
The
Pistol's
the Gauss
ballistic.
pistol? Yeah.
in the list itself. There's like
In
list Gauss
skill
pistol,
list, in your skill list, what do you have apart from your mono?
Oh, so let me find this here. Skill list. Skill list, brawling, dance. No, brawling, dodge, melee, and yeah, pistols, ballistic is the only other one that was already on it there.
Oh, so you didn't take mono as a weapon?
Oh no, I did. I also took
Oh.
one up as a
Okay,
separate weapon one.
that's alright. So yeah, you do have your
monosword. Excellent.
Yeah, you have your monosword and your Gauss pistol. Do you want a normal Gauss pistol, or would you want an SMG Gauss pistol? Or a mini Gauss SMG?
Definitely pistol.
Okay.
I'll go for a ballistic Gauss pistol, yes.
Okay.
Monoblade or monosword?
Monosword. Monoblade is like a knife.
Not bad. Excellent.
Ethan, your weapons, you start with the laser sniper rifle.
Decent. What's the damage on it?
Laser sniper rifle, starting damage is 1 to 66.
Okay.
I'll need to figure out the specifics on that.
1 to 66. Is that depending on the kind of shot I get with someone?
I will need to check on that because I'm not sure on the exacts. I'll check with the creator on that one.
No worries.
Or is it how long
Smiley
you charge it,
face.
maybe?
And we gonna die onto the roll 20 thing.
Seen that, yeah.
Armor-wise,
Armor, is that armory there?
well, no, actual armor. I'm just deciding what armor to give characters.
Okay, fair.
Hey, Mr. Murder Robo, what's your favourite song and why is it Robot Rock?
Please, it's gotta be Mr. Roboto.
You are both wrong. It is Mr. Sandman.
That is terrifying to play.
Martin, you have. You're going to start with Imperial body armor.
Excellent.
Ooh.
Real body armor.
Which gives you SP 20 on all locations.
20. Excellent.
Most people will not be starting with anything that high, but I didn't really give him anything too much beyond basic.
As pistol and stone sword. Shots. Yeah, I was looking at the sword stats, being like, "Damn, what's the reach of this thing?" It's like, yeah, it's melee.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Would anybody have different? Cherry would have a basic hard suit.
Hey, what, sorry?
A basic hard suit set of armor.
Basic hard suit.
It gives you hard, like, sealed life support. So for in space life support.
Nice.
So kind of like the stuff you get in Borderlands pre-sequel, where if you go into an unoxygized zone, it's just like...
You're okay for 4 hours in that.
Right.
Everybody else has just got a skin suit for other armor.
I can just imagine she gets angry at the crew. I'm going for a walk.
You've got like the proper astronaut suit sort of level. Everybody else has like the basic survival skin suit, which gives them
Exactly.
SP 10 and 4 hours of life support.
What was mine?
Yours
My
is SP 20.
20.
Wait, do robots need life support in space? I mean...
No, but it's included in there for humans. You also get it.
Fair.
I can just say, she just gets angry at the crew. I'm going for a spacewalk.
And gets left behind.
You just see 6-6 floating through the void. Hello.
Oh, Oh, did I forget to close the door? Did I leave the oven on?
That's right. I'll be back. I'll be back, right?
Damn, we didn't even get to the part I actually wanted to do on this, which was designing the ship.
Oh, damn.
So that's the thing you guys have to do. Not that you would like have the stuff from start, but it is a thing.
Oh, goes at 100. Oh, it's so weird. I can use my phone at the same time as a computer now.
Viliari will start. Your character will start with an advanced med kit,
Okay.
which gives you a +1 to all medical checks and allows you to do forensic analysis with it as well.
Neat. Just gonna walk around the ship with a black light and be disgusted.
Don't come in here.
Claire, what stuff does your character do? Trying to think what extra gear to give.
Kind of dumped skill points all over the place.
Fair.
Like, they're interested in music, so I gave them, like, a decent sort of singing, dancing instrument. Well, instrument's kind of lower, but I spread work with some of that stuff. I gave them really high dodge, a bit of machinery, a bit of pilot, a bit of gamble.
Does he have what weapon skills?
I stuck one in pistols ballistic. I think they're gonna have some kind of gun. I put a couple points in melee.
This is just a ballistic pistol then, so it hasn't went las or plasma or anything like that?
Well, no, I mean, whatever. Pistol ballistic was the only one written down by default, but...
It is, because it's the only weapon you start with by default, if you want it, sort of thing. But that can be a las instead, if you want to use laser.
Sure.
So I can give you a las pistol. Or... or a laser rifle. Whichever one you prefer.
For a pistol, I think.
Pistol. Okay. The laser pistol, I'll need to get back on for the damage specifically as well, but you'll start with one of those. With appropriate amounts of extra stuff for it. I'm going to give you both yourself and Ethan. You both get a camo matrix on your skin suit.
Oh God!
Because it makes sense.
Spell it.
CAMO matrix. +4 to stealth.
Ooh. C-A... Oh, come on. Duh.
Which gives you also a bonus to how far away you are from the person trying to view you as well.
Okay, decent. So, is that camo matrix, does that apply to tracking and hide, or just hide?
It's stealth.
So any stealth thing. Bang on.
Well, there is a stealth skill as well.
Oh, really? Okay.
Unless, wait, is it? Or is it hide?
Yeah.
It's
It's
stealth.
hide.
There's
stealth
no,
and hide.
What?
stealth
stealth.
is just above throw and weapon. Pistol's ballistic. It's in the reflex
Oh, so it is.
section.
Oh,
Wait, what?
damn.
No. Get rid of that. Hide makes more sense. Or well,
I'll be right back.
one's intelligence, one's
feel like hiding-
reflex.
I feel like hide is if like somebody's looking for you, whereas stealth is being able to follow somebody without being like noticed.
Oh, but that's the shadow skill.
Yeah.
Oh, Shadow's like following somebody without them noticing you.
No, it also might
Yeah.
just be blending into an environment. 'Cause it's not, you're not really hiding.
Hide is the skill of staying concealed. Ah. And you can hide other things or other people as well. Shadow is you know how to follow somebody on a busy street or down a dark alley. This is the skill of following and not being noticed rather than not being seen. So it's like you might be seen, but they may not realize you're like following them more than anything.
Fair enough.
Whereas the stealth skill is the art of not being seen or heard. So hide is not being seen, like while you're staying somewhere. Whereas stealth is like you're still moving while in stealth.
Okay, fair enough. So stealth. I'll go with stealth over hide then.
Yeah.
But I'll keep shadow
I love-
and tracking. Those are handy.
I love that you've given the gigantic frog guy in the neon tracksuit +4 to stealth.
Why
I
not?
need to add more to diagnosis.
Wait a second.
Ah!
How high's your brawl score?
I'm gonna reduce that by 2.
Who?
Not high enough to be a Battletoad.
Three.
I briefly had 2 in Brawl and then I took it away. So
Fair. Battletoads.
Brawl is 0.
Okay, that's better.
Not putting you guys in a like hover bike section specifically to remind myself of that level.
I'd hate you for it.
My God.
I love that game.
I only played a small amount of the remake.
I played the original. I'm not old.
Yeah.
I loved it. I never beat it. I never got past. I think like that level was like the level I like at most got past once.
What's your opinion on Killer Instinct then, having him as a cameo character?
Battletoads. Anywhere they show up,
Battletoads
I'm happy.
versus the Arbiter from Halo.
Why not? Battletoads win. Have you not seen what their arms turn into? Freaking giant mallets.
And the ram horns.
Yeah. Freaking ridiculous.
Getting into a giant wrecking ball as well, because, you know.
What else? Oracle,
Yes.
would you like drones?
Little babies?
Your little helpers.
Mini-me's?
Mini you.
But robots? Yeah.
I'm a crowd.
You have children.
Because you're obviously just playing like the chef character, I'm like, what the hell did I give you? So design a little drone, because there's a section for drones.
I can just imagine these are little helpers that help you out around the kitchen.
They're just
Yeah.
little egg timers.
Certain ones can have like fine manipulators, or it can have like you can give one a ride-on module that somebody can use it as transport, or have an interface module where it can hardwire into tech and like allow you to like hack it if it's tech you don't have access to or whatever,
Okay.
stuff like that.
Elephant's Chance is definitely more entertaining than the Fortnite one.
And it mildly disgusting for some reason. I don't like it.
Oh.
What was it?
I had to rearrange my points because I didn't put any points in diagnosis. I feel like that's important.
That would be.
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
it says up, there's no stealth, there's no hiding, there's no nothing to be.
That's fair.
Full combat orientated. I hate distracting guys.
I have
Trying to
like 0 in. I actually probably should double check this is adds up to 57 because like
Krona,
I've been rearranging things. so I
Yes.
haven't checked.
for your special piece of gear, I'm trying to think.
Equipment or weapons is this?
Either or, depending. Actually,
We can talk about secondary over the time when we're looking for points as well. If need
I'm
be.
just thinking. So, the options I have roughly where I'm at for your character is there's a thing called the name, which is another part of an implant, which is usually installed alongside a knight that gives you bonuses to your intellect score.
Mm-hmm.
There's a thing called a threat analysis combat enhancement, or TACE. Gives you a bonus to your will score.
What's in the wills? Intelligence seems like it'd be like.
There's also a tactical reflex injection, which gives you a +3 to initiative score.
Initiative score.
Yep.
So initiative is still a thing.
Yes.
That honestly sounds better for her. Better for her, if you ask me.
And the only other thing doesn't really. The only other implant upgrade doesn't really apply for you. It doesn't apply to any of the party really, because none of you are using heavy weapons.
So this is an implant upgrade, is it?
Yes. Because
Okay.
there's one called a candy, which allows you to identify friends and say don't shoot them. So it allows you to fire into melee and stuff as well.
Okay,
I
so
think
it's
I'll
like
go for the
acquirable.
initiative.
Okay, I'll give you the +1 version of it.
Ah.
+1, come on. But I'm also
Why
giving.
always move first?
I'm also giving. Well, no. Oh wait, no. The initiative one. Yeah, that gives you +3 to initiative rolls.
Because I don't see the intelligence one as much. Looking at what the intelligence boosting ones are here.
I'm also giving you an advanced hand scanner.
Advanced hand scanner. Will that go in upgrades or
It's a tool.
tool? So where would that
other
go?
other equipment.
Other equipment. Just in the equipment stuff.
Yep. It has a range of 2 kilometers. Can pick up communications,
Oh wait,
vibrations,
I'm what?
and emissions.
Wait. Okay, I got lost.
It's
Sorry,
like a Star Trek tricorder.
So equipment, and it's called a what? Sorry.
Advanced hand scanner.
Advanced hand scanner, and that doesn't have weight or cost, does it?
Well, there is a cost, but it's covered because it's starting equipment.
Okay, so I'll just put line starter.
I'll be right
And
back.
Okay.
What was the stuff on that? Range of
2 kilometers.
2 kilometers.
I'm going to pop
And-
the text of it into the.
I'd appreciate that. And then if you could do that the same with the upgrade for the implant.
Oh, it literally just says gives you +3 to initiative.
So this is good for like searching.
It's good for if you're in an area trying to follow somebody, or you're worried that somebody's following you. You'll be able to detect traces of it.
This kind of makes me think of like Gina, if anyone has seen Spectrobes. That she pulls out one of these things from her hand to do like puzzles
Yeah,
in
similar.
the game. And it was text wrapping, wrap. There you go. And so the upgrade, I'll put in here. +3 to initiative rolls.
So right,
And that, what was that clip called that does that?
the tactical reflex injection. Pretty much it puts adrenaline into you whenever you get into combat.
Okay, so it's attack reflex. So I should put attack reflex. There we go. And I guess we'll go over weapons at that other time, yeah?
Can. Because, well, basically you're just starting with a ballistic Gauss pistol.
And that's in the range.
It's in the very first ballistics weapon.
That's if I keep that. We'll see if I keep that or not. But
Okay.
my hand weapons, 100%.
Okay. Your ship, I think, is, if everybody else is happy enough with what they've got so far.
Yeah, I just haven't got a hand weapon
Well, that's okay. We'll work on. There's your damage beside your character is swing damage. That's pretty much what you'd be doing with the hand weapon. Up near your character stat at the top.
Okay. 3.5 d6.
4. Standard rounding.
Okay, so that's 4 there. And the penetration, would that be 4 as well with standard rounding?
Yep.
Sweet.
That's for penetrating armor with the melee weapon.
Just hit them hard enough.
Yeah. Your ship, which I'll let you guys come up with the name of, is a frigate.
It is not
ship.
for the lake. God. You dare do this again.
Love a good frigate.
A frigate is not a very big ship in the scale of ships in this system, but it's also not the smallest. What it comes with is...
No, we're not calling it that.
Nope.
Your...
No.
Oh, Exterminatus.
Good.
Exterminatus. It's the only way to be sure. So you guys can do stuff to your ship. Simple enough. The ship stats. The ship starts at size 2, which is not obviously very big, considering that the biggest style of ship is a carrier at size 6. So it's on the smaller end of ship. It has a speed of 4, which is fairly quick. That's 4 sort of space units or space squares on the grid map for space combat per turn. It has a shield and structure rating of 40 each, which means it also has cargo space of 80 decameters.
My character's room?
That's like 20 decameters is a large shipping container.
Nice. Do you think? We have quite a bit of space in there.
Yes.
Excellent.
You guys were a cargo freighter. Kind of expected. What you start with, like, there are options to make alterations to this ship. You can add to the structure for money. You can add to the shields for money. You could remove structure to gain money, and remove shields to gain money. But obviously you must spend this money on the ship as well. What the ship starts with is no weapons. On session 1 at the start, your ship will not have weapons. We're going to design it with weapons, because some of your cargo you guys are going to have to sell. You're that far away from home.
Ethan, how
Not-
much you worth?
Not even Ethan. You guys were filled. You guys were doing a cargo run
Oh.
when this happened. So, like, you guys have, like, many potential, like... Well, no, since you're transporting him, you'd probably be carrying a lot of metals, raw metals and such. Materials like that from an industrial planet. Supplying other parts of the Commonwealth.
Don't turn into a bomb?
So the way weapons on ships work is you have 2 slots for weapons of your ship's size. So that would mean if you wanted 2 frigate turrets. Frigate turrets do specific amounts of damage. Or you could have 2 frigate torpedoes. Or 2 frigate interceptors. Interceptors are, of course, like intercepting missiles that like stop other things from attacking your ship instead.
I hate to be pedantic. What will probably happen here is everyone else decides the ship. That kind of stuff is too much responsibility for me. I'll just build it.
That's okay. You can trade a frigate turret for 2 spaces of a smaller size. So Corvette. Or you can trade in a ship's weapon slot of your size for 2 of the next size down. It kind of makes sense. It means you have more space. But they do less damage, obviously, because they're smaller.
Yeah.
but then it becomes up to you guys of how you want to split that.
2 small turrets and a torpedo. Wait.
I mean,
We're a small ship, so we can get away. So an anti-missile would be good. Kind of get away with the explosion.
but you want some turrets as well to take out some fighters.
Yeah.
We definitely want to get away, but we also want to be able to do some damage.
Also, I'm fully down for Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, the Led Zeppelin would be great.
My guy is literally a classic rock nerd. He would have jumped at the chance to get on his
I'm
ship
trying to
on
think
Led
what some of the songs that they sung.
I love it.
We're
Well,
not allowed to
try
talk
and
about
know
most
which
of them on Twitch, to be honest,
Really?
because you get copyrighted to hell and back.
Oh, but I say we spell it with the A, so it's, it's not them.
Because we transfer metals, so the Led Zeppelin's pretty funny.
Yeah.
And as I say, it's also because it's going down, boys.
It's going down.
It's going down because you let me behind the wheel.
We got the Kesha.
Other things, so right, your ship, also I would ask if one of you guys could take down notes to this, just,
Yeah.
I have too many tabs open as is. Your ship also comes started with a, exotic matter core as your power core. So this is an expensive core, but it's not like, it's the average, it's the standard core pretty much at this point. It needs 15,000 credits worth of fuel to run roughly every 400 hours.
I'm already lost. I'm already lost on note taking. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to take notes, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
How many hours are we from home? Do we know?
Not yet.
It sounds like a city no flag spaceship. Overlord? Maybe it is.
A what?
I have XS Overlord in chat saying this sounds like city no flags spaceship.
The Led Zeppelin Odyssey. Love it.
It is indeed. Do I recognize that name?
Do we have any stairways in the
Is
Led
this your
Zeppelin?
friend?
This could well be. I'm not sure.
Yes.
Not seen that Twitch name before, so it could be. But yes, City of No Flag is a LARP that normally runs QCon and plenty of other Irish conventions. That this system is the RPG equivalent system of.
There's quite a few No Flag games before.
There has.
I've never played one. You guys will have to run me in on it.
I can't even, because half the stuff I would tell you I'd have to kill you if you ever showed up to a game for.
Hey guys.
The City of No Flags is a space station called Carthage that waves no flag. Literally is a space station for anyone to attend. Doesn't matter who you are. For the most part, there's certain people we've now kicked off that. It's pretty much where pilots go to sell stuff.
You guys like explosions?
It is absolute neutrality.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like it.
100% too. Everyone who docks at the station has to take part in station watch. So everyone who's docked in that station has to defend the station. It's kind of like the only rules of coming on board.
That's fair. Fair away.
Yeah. So yeah, for you guys, I think you have there's 4 different types of crew cabins. The way I'm thinking is you guys have standard cabins. Two standard. Well, would you even have 2 standard cabins? No, you'd have 1 standard cabin and a bunk. A bunk has 10 beds in it, which are your standard sort of crew bunks in the middle of the ship.
closest to the door.
The other standard crew, sort of standard quarters, are for like the captain and the first mate, who have separate sort of quarters. The captain is not one of you guys. Currently.
The first mate's gone, I'm yoinking.
The first mate is Martin. I'm sorry, from everything he's told me of character-wise, it's Martin.
Fair.
Does the
You get a separate room.
do the AIs need to sleep?
No.
Alright.
You might need to
Oh.
recharge sometimes, so like you can go to the core and like plug in for a recharge.
Is there a med bay?
Yes.
I sleep in there.
A very basic
Very well.
medical bay. Especially for the sake of this.
So we often find you asleep at your medical chair.
Probably. You
Oh,
guys,
so unfortunately, there's not a robot hangar. If there was a hangar for like robots and whatnot, that's where my cat would be.
no, you're being engineering pretty much.
Yeah. But there's no hangar, nonetheless, so we need to.
So, what you guys have is an intermediate environmental system. This is an environmental system that gives heat, atmosphere, and waste management for like most of the cargo bay, but not all of it. It's not like the best one.
We need to upgrade. Someone keeps clogging it.
It does need to be replaced every once in a while.
God.
What was that intermediate environmental system? Heat, waste.
Give me a second.
That was
I will copy pasta. Just to make life easier. So, like, this ship is not going to be comfortable. Not even slightly.
Excellent.
But it's a cargo ship, so it's kind of expected.
Well, discomfort will make you stronger. All good.
Okay, I think I'm done with my character sheet there. I mean, at least stats wise.
Cool.
Yeah. Just double check.
I
I
have to go through then.
I'll share it with you.
Oh, yeah, I need to see
Oh,
this.
I need to be right back. Yeah, once we sort out the skill points, weapons, and all that, then it'll be all Gucci for me. I will be right back. Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
You really can stress.
There are things obviously you
No
pick
worries.
up, upgrades you can pick up later. Because you can get things like an ore processor on the ship. You can get things like a salvage shunter, which allows you to like pick up bigger ships and then like move them to places. Like for salvage rights and stuff like that.
Fair enough. Oh, Herodor, would you just send me your mail so I can share the sheet with you? Or actually, hang on, I'll just do them sharing. So,
Oh no, that's great.
anyone, okay. Alright. Okay, there we go. Okay, and there you go. Okay, there you go.
Obviously, oh, was that the wrong?
Got yourself on.
Answer.
No worries.
Right, wherever it says AR on the wee human figure, it actually means SP. In this, AR obviously stands for armor, but SP is what we use for the armor protection sort of rating.
So
What in the where in the?
In the little human figure on the sheet.
So I need
Does
to
that
change
mean-
this to SP.
yeah.
And the ratings I give you of your armor obviously go in there.
So just 10 for everything then?
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say, do I get any differences because of how one arm's
It-
robo? But
Could come in. It might come into play, because obviously if one arm is your robotic arm, and that's the one that get injured, could cause different things, different problems, which is why they get separated out.
Arm gang.
So you got robo arm as well, have you?
You do.
Right, you know what we need to do? We need
I have
to do
17
the,
robot arms, but okay. From a competition.
You're part of the gang.
Yeah, I'll tell you what we need to do. We need to do the triple version of the thing from not Terminator. What's the other one with Arnie in it? With Predator.
You
Son of a.
What's the matter? Just pushing too many pencils.
I'll try and find the GIF because I can't.
So,
Man, boy, command,
as an auto repair system,
Robo arms.
An auto repair system on the ship, you have a basic hull seal, which allows you guys just to like seal off any sort of normal breach. But like any area, you would only be able to really use a quarter of that area while it's like before it gets properly repaired. So
if I accidentally blow a hole in the ship,
you guys are screwed until you get to a space station, pretty much.
Okay, so don't blow.
And you also have a standard.
Nice.
You have a standard UI. Which means like you guys carry out most of the stuff yourselves.
Do I have to do anything else with my psychic stuff apart from putting the skill points in?
What is your psi rating?
For just my base?
What's your psi stat?
7.
7, right? So your psi, you're gonna have
70 psi shards.
70 psi shards or psi fragments.
Yeah.
So the psi effects column on that sheet is whenever you wish to use a psi power, you get to sort of like, if you want to knock an enemy down, it costs 6 points at base.
Okay, so I do those refresh every long rest?
Yes, pretty much.
Okay, that's fine.
It's an overtime. So like combos are effects you would use normally, or often at least. What's the psi?
Okay, that's fine. I'll probably, out of all the psi stuff there, I'll probably use stun.
Oh, true. You're not really going to be.
Yeah, that's why I didn't put any points into electrokinesis or pyrokinesis. So I'll probably use it just to keep hurting me and to extend the range of my healing.
have you never played Undertale, love? In this world,
I
kill or
played
be
the
killed.
Pacifist. I played Pacifist in Undertale.
But in this world, it's kill or be killed.
Obviously, you can combo together different effects in that table. If you do combo them together, obviously the cost adds up, so it costs more to do. So like you can make it so your ability is stealthy, so that it's harder for people to see that you've done this, or you can make it to the point where like it's a blast of some description, a blast to knock everybody down, or extended damage means like they take more damage per round, which obviously is not a thing you're going to do anyway. Extra range. Extra range. Per 50 meters is extra, like 5 points, 50 meters. Stuff like that. Specific, like, combos of stuff you want to do. So say, like, you wanted to put a shield
multi-target.
up. Or
shield.
Multi-target, yep.
Yeah.
Shield says there it's per 1d6 damage reduction. Costs 6 points. Obviously add, if you wanted that to last for, like, 3 rounds, just add a sustain for 3 rounds on it, which costs 10 points.
Have that. It doesn't. I didn't fill any points for that on my sheet.
I noticed.
Is that because I didn't?
No, it's on the in the document, but it hasn't seemed to have carried over. But you can also use psionics to like boost your stats or skills as well.
Yeah, I'll just get the other sheet up and I'll just copy it over manually.
It's on page 38. So your teleportation works based on line of sight, or if you've used farsight on the area. So it's like, as long as you can either see it or have seen it mentally, you can jump to it. As long as it's not obviously too far away.
Glasses 13, transport 20. Extended damage 10. So I can teleport to anything I can see, but it costs points?
Yep.
Okay. 10. 14. What's glitch? It doesn't say.
I'm not too sure.
Okay, I'll just leave that then. That's 10. Okay. Okay. That'd be interesting to use in combat.
So yeah, have a wee think and tidy up sort of what you need on that. If you need any assistance from myself, I will go through whatever needs during the week, as much as I can anyway, obviously with working the full time.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a busy week. Well, not as busy as recent weeks, but you know.
Okay,
So I'll go over a description of you, characteristics, and what she does. And...
True, because there are obviously, yes, there are a lot of skills, so a lot of things, but a lot of those skills may not apply to like what you want to do or what you would need to do, really.
Yeah.
Damage and stuff like that, I will figure out the specifics on. It might be per round charge up or whatever, but we'll have a look and see.
Okay. So we've got to go through the hand weapon on mine yet. Like...
Hand weapon's easy enough. It's pretty much going to be your swinging damage.
So that's going to be what? Damage type of damage and swing?
Well, it's going to be impact.
D6. So it's D6 damage and it's impact.
Not 1d6. It should be... What is your swing rounds up to 4, doesn't it?
Yes.
So 4d6.
Christ, that's a lot of damage.
But it is physical damage. So it's like a lot less... There's some other forms of damage that would do like a lot more...
And it's literally just called a wrench.
Pretty much. Whatever you want to call it.
Oh, would you give it a nickname? Probably.
It sounds like a thing I think that would happen.
I don't know what you would nickname it. Legs muck breaking.
But since it is getting like 20 past 11, so... The time has indeed flew. I will set the scene. You guys wake up after your ship has been thrown about violently. You are flung from your bunks and your beds. You get out and notice an individual has like escaped out a sort of side hatch, sort of your normal docking tube hatch, and you see sort of by the side window that you're docked with a much bigger ship, and the individual's getting on. Checking the cockpit of the ship, you find the captain slumped over. Obviously in the captain's chair on the cockpit.
Pull his bunk.
He's been shot in the back of the head.
Oh.
Oh no, what could have happened?
Yeah, I could probably fix it.
No, he did.
Yeah, put in female plates, you know.
Scanning the system that you're in, you don't detect the system. You detect a star. That is it. No asteroids, no planets. Nothing.
Are we just like looking through the cockpit itself, do we see any planets?
No. Those of you who... Anybody with the navigation skill would know what the hell's going on here.
So,
Rogue Star?
as in, that shouldn't be there.
Well, it might. It should probably be there, but, like, there's a reason why you're not seeing any planets. It doesn't have its own system. It's a star hurtling through space.
That's a terrifying concept.
That's a thing.
That's
Was it-
terrifying.
What's more terrifying is the fact that rogue planets exist as well.
Those are just giant asteroids.
No, not always.
From
Honestly.
What this means.
Ro-
I'm already confused as to what this
rogue,
means.
rogue stars and rogue planets are things that are not set in space, or do not have, like, standard orbits. A rogue planet is something that maybe the system has, like, the sun in its initial system went supernova, and it survived, and its gravity has launched it into space.
So, anyone want to tell me if that's a good thing or not? That's not a good thing. We have a problem then.
From what astronomical data you can get from your limited ship, you guys are... If you had a... like... You guys are, like, on the outskirts of the Milky Way. At the end of one of the teals.
I think we're in Kansas anymore.
You are considerably further out of the core system, or the outside of borders of any known space.
By the way, for the record, I'm going to add this for the record out of character. She would have woken up with her arm detached. She doesn't go into Cairo sleep with it.
Well, that's fair.
So she's walking around right now as an amputee. I should do this just to, in character.
You also hear a banging coming from the cargo bay.
I got it.
Good.
You open the door, and one of the boxes is rolling around. A lot of the boxes have been, like, knocked over and such at this point, due to, like, the gravitational shenanigans that was happening aboard the ship. But part of your cargo seems to have, like... You knew you were transporting, like, a servant droid?
Immediately, I am scanning.
The droid that you were transporting, there is a autonomous unit inside that box that is activated.
Okay. Is it making any noises?
I don't know, is it?
Is it?
Query. Can this unit be released?
You know what?
Query.
Robots are
Please.
fainting, mate. I'm gonna just... Yeah. Don't worry, buddy, I've got you. No robot's gonna suffer from their gosh darn claustrophobia on my watch. And with such,
Yeah.
release the robot.
You open up, and there is a robot inside.
Hello, mate. Welcome to reality.
A declaration. You are now my prisoner. Me bag.
Do you... Okay.
Let's not do that, Di.
No. This is something that, like, would probably shock the absolute crap out of you for this one. He reaches in to his leg. Part of his leg detaches into a laser rifle. From what you could tell, that wasn't on the design schematics of the thing you were transporting.
Square noise.
You
What on earth?
You
You guys
you
know
will
we were
surrender
to be
the
transporting
ship
any
and
weapons
take me
today.
to the nearest spaceport. You have 10 seconds to comply. 9, 8,
Yeah.
7.
Well, you've got a bit of a problem there, mate. We kind of don't have control of the ship. Now, put that thing away before you take someone's eye out.
Query. Explain.
Well, we don't even know. We've just woken up ourselves. But it seems that we're not where we're meant to be, so there ain't no spaceports as far as I know. You want answers, you go and ask those people on the other ship.
Which has departed, by the way, at this point.
Oh, never mind, there it goes.
Towards the sun.
Oh.
I was gonna say, did we get ditched, or oh no, they just left us alone once went up in their suicide pact.
As far as, well, Krona being a, like, Homo Astra, would understand what they're doing, but still
And
probably
they
be
left us.
terrified by it.
And they left us. Oh,
Are they trying to like
so they fail that thing.
use the gravitational pull of the sun to try to like pull themselves, or
No.
That's close to what starjamming is, but not quite.
Look, if you really want answers, or a spaceport, I'm afraid to say, you're going to have to help us, mate. Because, blooming out, we don't need more chaos right now. Well, maybe a little bit. By the way, can I see that rifle? I'm interested in seeing how it works.
You can pry it from my cold old fingers, meat bag.
I mean, if you want a challenge.
Uh,
I'm kidding you, I'm pulling your leg, don't worry, love.
I would not recommend pulling my leg. It is titanium durasteel alloy. You would be there for a very long time.
Oh, tell me about it, love. I know all about it.
There's a brief description of starjamming, and I say brief, it's not.
Is it this moment she's going to realise she's lost him up? Oh.
You left the Armato.
that is insanity.
Yes.
Right, do you help getting out of the box? Or are you gonna just shoot us on sight? Because I can box it back up if you want.
In query, please, would you let me out of the box? I would. I am upon finding information, I am willing to assist the meatbag.
Well, give me 1 second. Hey, first mate. Question: can we adopt the laser killer robo?
What
It's
in the
calling
name
out.
of Rule Britannia are you talking about?
Talking about this lad here.
So,
That is not a servant droid.
I know. I thought they'd done the same thing.
Observation. It appears you are the intelligent meatbag.
Now I take a bit of offence to that, but I'm not going to mark you wrong, mate.
You're hired.
In celebration. Hooray.
All right, just stay right there. Don't move, and I'll get you out. And she's just going to open the rest of the box with one arm. This might take a little while, love. I've forgotten my other arm. What can I say? I'm armless.
I would offer you a hand, but mine are currently in restraining bolts.
Oh, don't worry, love. Give me a bit of time.
yeah, you're able to, like, bust about the restraining bolts and everything like that once you have your tools. If you want to, of course. Good question, though.
I'll leave that one up to the captain. Well, new captain.
Sure, let me ask. Captain, how about it? Oh, yes, he's not speaking.
Just kind of like sock puppet him. That's a brilliant idea.
Hey, Captain,
Wheel it
you
around.
mind if we let off the death robo? I'm not hearing a no.
Yeah, I actually put that there real quick. I'm like, oh, always on orders.
So yeah, and what you find is there is a fold point coming up. You still have to stay in at least close-ish proximity to the star for a little while, just to like gravitationally follow it for a bit. Not a huge amount of time. Gravitational anomalies are weird, but you detect remnants of a fold point in the system. You have no idea where it goes.
So, yeah, main question. Who is now our pilot?
Well, I'm pretty sure as soon as the captain goes down, it's the first mate, isn't it? If I recall rightly. I was assuming, of course.
Do I look like a man who has a license to drive?
Possibly. I mean, if it doesn't work, you can always try it with a hammer. Always works for
You
me.
look like the kind of man who once had a license to drive and had it rightly taken away.
I'll tell you what, can you guys just bear with me a moment? I'll be back in like 5. I can't deal with this. This is a nightmare.
No, slow down. I made milk and cookies. It's okay.
She's just gonna leave.
Excellent.
Just towards where she came from.
I will be dealing with the captain's remains.
Oh yes, quite right. Who shot the captain? Anyone want to admit to that?
I wish I did.
We'll take that as a no from the killer robot. Nope.
Just as she's walking. Yeah, I think it was the guys on the ship. Just a hunch, you know.
Right. So, volunteers, who's our new pilots?
I can fly. I've never flown anything this big, but
I have absolute faith in you, and if you fail, we're dead.
If you don't
No
try,
pressure.
I believe you're also dead.
Yeah.
No pressure.
Good. Yeah, no pressure.
didn't take any of the math stats, so
Who needs maths?
I have 4 in pilot. That has to mean something.
It's pretty good, yeah.
Someone, do you need some help there?
Yeah, I was going to say somebody else could do maths, that's fine.
Yeah. Are you gonna need some help there? I don't want to bring her back in straight away because I don't feel like everyone's had a good enough talking role yet. Come on, guys.
Still haven't decided what half my character is, so don't worry.
Oh,
Yeah,
about
so
it.
we're not doing rolls yet anyway,
Yeah.
don't worry.
I am not
that's alright.
confident on my accent ability at the minute, so I'm gonna just
Well,
practice it.
So next week I will, obviously it'll be session 1.
Yeah.
So,
can I just quickly before we finish
mhm.
that Cherie is going to return in her uniform. You guys have only seen the underclothes. Ta-da!
Nice. I'm always fully decked in Imperial Commissar.
Why do you think I gave you it?
I'll go a little
Oh,
more
I've got
into
like little
detail on her
fishnet and
uniform.
an apron that says "Kiss the Chef," but I've got no
Oh.
mouth.
I'll go into more detail on the
Wait,
uniform next time,
how
I
you-
guess.
What size are you?
Oh,
Are we talking like claptrap?
no, I'm trying to think. That big?
Cogsworth size.
Yeah, a
Oh,
little
yeah.
bit smaller, maybe.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, I'll go into more detail on like the access next week because
So you are kind of like, you're close to claptrap size.
But floating.
Yeah. Oh dear lord, a floating claptrap.
Yeah.
He
He
defeats
made
stairs.
He made milk and cookies.
Yeah, I'm just seeing our chef and be like, you are adorable.
yeah, as Cherie's
I'd
coming
like
in, she's
everyone
just
to
gonna
know that I
take a
have
cookie.
a 5 introduction. For no good reason.
5 introduction.
Yep.
On entrance, Cherie's just gonna take one of the cookies. Just
It's all because of the apron.
I take it off and it's gone. It's just.
So, I've got to say, guys, we found ourselves in quite a conundrum pickle here, ain't we? Ain't that right, Torgy? Yeah.
I can imagine this is a fishnet coming off and then careless whisper in the background.
Oh dear, this is going to... Oh, I can see this going just as expected.
Yeah!
No one else. I can guarantee that no one else has that high-end seduction, though.
I have -5. I took the ugly feet to maximum.
I was looking at it for Cherie, but... Yes,
Oh, yeah.
Sexiest person on our ship is the robot chef.
Consistently buffs himself.
Hey, chef, if you ever need a good old buffing, I've got a little thing for you.
I was gonna say, if you ever like try to seduce someone who's incredibly narcissistic, can you just like make yourself so shiny that they see their own reflection and therefore fall in love with you?
Weirdly enough, that's not the only time I've done that in a campaign.
If I had a nickel for every time I did that, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's strange that it happened more than once.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh god, that's...
Disney, do not come after me.
Right, here, boys, I'm gonna have to show up back because I have to get up at 7.
Yeah.
So I will talk to y'all all next week.
We're actually
I
going to
look forward to episode 1.
Yeah. We'll get all the
how
character
you guys
sheets.
up to?
Get all the character sheets finished up. Send them over to me when you're done. If you need any assistance, let me know. And
I already sent you the link to mine.
and we will see
email.
the level of shenanigans that happens next time.
Bye.
Goodbye.
See ya!